guys may know a little bit more about zombies than I do. I don't really do zombies. Mm-hmm. Is there an expiration? Like when the animation stops, is it 10 years? Is it 100 years?
They rot to death, basically, right? Until there's nothing else. Yeah. Well, yeah. But I mean, they further.
How long does they animated?
I don't know. I mean,
it depends on the universe you're.
Right. Warm bodies, you can come back by falling in love. Remember that
Resident
movie, Warm Bodies?
Zombies are not a Twilight character. We don't need to do that.
You glisten in the sun.
Like, I feel better. I have vitamin D in my system.
If you're a geek, have a listen. We got the news. This week's edition. Talking movies, games, TV, and comics. Turn it up. Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks pod. Feel the Geeks. You're listening to the Feel the Geeks podcast.
Hello, and welcome to episode 209 of the Field of Geeks podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Bill.
And I'm Juan.
Special guest, crossover episode today.
Doing everything.
Yes. And then the next TSU, the Super Unknown, another crossover. Bill's going to be joining us.
Right.
So, yep. We talk about the
streams
Purge.
today,
What's that?
crossing the streams today.
I know, right? Right? It worked for the Ghostbusters, so we'll be
said
fine.
Don't cross the streams.
Oh, but they did anyway, and they were fine.
Egon is a liar.
That's why he's dead, right? Spoilers. So
You didn't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So how's everything going? We're in October now, so hard to believe.
Good times. It's
Yeah.
about to be Halloween coming up.
Yeah. You got a costume in mind, or?
You know what? I'm going to do something I think I was kind of made to do that I've never done before. Blade.
Ooh, yeah.
There
You
you
know,
go.
I already wear the mohawk, and like,
And the sword, right?
Yeah, like I got
people are like,
swords.
"Sir, we don't have weapons
I have
in
swords.
the
Of course I have
store."
swords. Absolutely. It's the odd weapons he has. He's kind of got a little Batman thing going on there.
Yeah.
Just a hint.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Right.
daggers predominantly. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do Blade this year, but I'm thinking of doing like chrome fangs.
Ooh.
To add a little twist to it, make
Yeah.
it more modern.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a chrome grill, just like chrome.
Like if he bit Wolverine, he'd
Yes.
have the metal on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, that's that.
Fun little factoid. I was when I was young. I actually had sharp canines, like they look like vampire teeth, and I had them sanded down.
Interesting.
Senior year of high school, yeah, because I scared my stepbrother when I smiled, and they were fucking long. It was weird. I have no craving for blood, so I assure you, I'm not a vampire.
Maybe wolf.
Oh shit! I could have.
Yeah,
been
you walked
something.
during the day, didn't you?
I could have been a contender.
Yeah, you could have been.
No, it was just weird though. I was like, "What the hell is this?" But I still remember the dentist like sanding them down, and I could taste my teeth. And I was like,
Oh, that's
brutal.
a horrible.
"Oh,
That's brutal.
It was gross."
I have a suggestion for you. As for Halloween, I don't know if you would be interested in this. We went. What's that? West End Savage?
Yes, many years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm wearing my Batman onesie.
Yeah.
I'm standing next to Josh, and I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, Josh just towers me. He's just, by comparison, he just towers me.
Well, I had heels on.
No, he's just a big, strong guy, right? So check this out.
Thank you. You're very kind.
So check this out. I'm thinking Kingpin.
Oh, there
I
you
could.
go.
Yeah.
If you just went zzz and just
Yep.
pulled it up, yeah.
Well, you're gonna do. Juan's a musician, and at one time you were gonna do a video or a movie or something. And you wanted a Bane. You asked me if I could be.
Oh
that.
yeah, no, I'm still doing that,
Okay. Well,
but I don't know how.
let me get in shape if you still need me. So.
Bane. I mean, like,
We'll call this personal trainer.
am I? And that's actually how we met.
Yeah.
Yeah?
He's telling me this, that's why I brought it up.
But basically, yeah, I still want to do that. But I like Kingpin. I'm like, you would nail it.
You think so?
Like just off of just first glance. Like if you just put a nice suit on and
Yeah.
Yeah.
and maybe some brass knuckles.
Sure. I got a couple of those. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you would be. You could do the
Like a
plastic
little
big
cane
things.
with like a diamond on top of it.
Oh, bro,
I had to get a white suit
you get
though,
all
wouldn't I?
respect in your house, bro.
Oh, I don't know. They probably laugh at me. Maybe when they saw the brass knuckles, they'd be like, "Oh shit, whatever you need us to do."
Whatever, Dad.
But yeah, it's definitely, festive time of year. And, we got this, well, actually you had an icebreaker for us before we
I did.
went forward. So if you want to do that real quick.
I was, little background information for everybody. Josh was asking me if I had an icebreaker for this episode, and I really didn't. So I was like, just Googling random shit, to find one.
I prepare well, you can tell.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to tweak one that I found. I found one that was pretty common that was like, who would you take with you what 2 people would you have in your squad for a zombie apocalypse? I'm going to tweak this one a little bit. So, big fan of World War Z, the book, not the movie.
Oh, really? Shocking.
We don't talk about the movie.
There's a movie?
Mel Brooks' son, Max.
I know there's
There's
a
a
movie.
movie?
I'm just
Right.
messing with you.
Exactly.
Max Brooks wrote that book. Mel Brooks' son.
Yeah.
You probably knew that.
Brad Pitt's, that's the movie with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, it's totally
Yeah,
different
it's-
from the book, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
God.
Yeah.
Anyways, this got me thinking about it. If there was a zombie apocalypse, all of industry, infrastructure, everything got shut down, and you were helping to rebuild the world, what skill would you bring to the table?
Why me?
You're the host, man.
You said the icebreaker.
We're all the hosts, right? I know. I did
asked
kind
me
of
for
say
the
that.
icebreakers.
Yeah,
You
you're
gotta
right.
answer first.
Yeah, I know, right? It's the least I could do. I don't know, man. I don't know. I like creating things, so I guess any part of the rebuilding process, aside from the construction, because I don't know shit about construction. But painting or drawing something, or I don't know. I don't have a lot to offer. I could cook things, I guess. I mean,
building.
toast.
Like a morale booster kind of thing. You could do a mural or something.
Yeah.
like that.
The carpenter. Could you build stuff?
No.
Fair enough.
My dad could. But when I was young, when he wanted to teach me this stuff, I was like, Dad, I'm watching TV,
You were the kid that was like, hold the flashlight here, and you're going like this.
Oh man, I got yelled at so many times. He's like, go to the toolbox
Keep
and
it
get me
still.
whatever. And I was like, where? He's like, it's right there. It still haunts me. Like when my dad's like,
that.
can you help me with something? I'm like, sure.
Oh yeah, I get that. I like that.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm pretty sure I'd be like the defense guy. I'm looking forward to taking out a bunch of zombies, weapons.
So the cleanup
hand-to-hand,
program.
Yeah, all that stuff, running them over with cars. Yeah, I bring violence. I bring violence.
So you just keep circling the perimeter.
Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm up
just
all
make
night.
sure they're out of here.
Yeah, but see, now
Keep going.
here's the thing I have to clarify. Me, out of all horror characters, for the longest time since I was a child, zombies were my least threatening, in my opinion. But think about Night of the Living Dead, where they're like, oh,
Right.
I'm like, I would whoop your
Romance
ass.
zombie.
I would wreck you. It was until 28 days later
Yes.
where you made it sound, huh? And they started running. I was like, now that's zombie umbrella. Technically, they had rage or something kind of virus.
Yeah.
But that changed the game for me.
Right.
I would say so.
Yeah. And so I actually was writing something around the time this movie came out, Zombieland. And I was writing a book I was writing called Post-Apocalyptic Handbook. And it was about this book that everybody would try to get a hold of. Mm-hmm. And in that book, basically, if you had the book, you had the power. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm going to dive deeper into it.
Right.
And it had rules. Well, at the same time, when I was thinking this, 2 movies came out. Book of Eli.
I was just going to say, that's like Book of Eli.
And I was like, well, that's not going to fly. And no one's going to believe you. Oh no, well, that sounds just like Book of Eli. Or that sounds-
right.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Right.
So I ended up being a part of another book that a friend of mine wrote called, I was a co-creator.
Nice.
Called Black Market Maven. And so this is kind of like the same concept, but this is what some guys find themselves waking up blacked out, and they're in the world and there's no one around. And so and so this is boom, days after the apocalypse. or
Like last
whatever.
person on Earth type of?
No, they just haven't found anybody yet.
Oh, okay.
And they're in a band. And he went a direction with it that I wouldn't have necessarily directly went.
Right.
But I'm going to go back and kind of do my little interpretation of it and fix it later down the line. But
It's when you put your name in front of the title, like your version of.
No, it'll just be a continuation of that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play off of it. I'm not gonna change
Right.
that. I'm just gonna be like, okay, here's the next.
Earth 314.
Yes.
No.
The years of the like what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like finding out what happened. But that being said, yeah, I think I'd bring violence. You know, like spiked bats. You know,
There you go.
chainsaws.
That
you know,
little bit of-
You have a storefront, like
setting them on
whatever
fire.
you want. Yeah.
I'm like, I think you're winning if you're with
Yeah.
me because I'm gonna actually have a field day.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go to that Walmart and steal some bow and arrows and be on top of rooftops. I'm getting better.
Yeah. Like the top of the roof, Dawn of the Dead, right?
Yeah.
Where they picking off like Burt Reynolds. Remember they
Yeah.
saw that guy look like Burt Reynolds and they shot him in the head or something.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm that guy. I'd
Yeah.
be okay with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're already
Right.
dead. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
Right.
I'm doing a good service for you guys.
Right.
Like that's the way I'm thinking. Like someone else built shit and someone else find food.
What if like Major Payne, you ran out of people to kill? Then what would you bring?
Shit.
Video games? Like
You know what I
simulation
bring?
of killing things?
I would bring entertainment.
Yeah.
I would tell stories.
There you go.
Campfire stories.
Yeah. And train people, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You know, there's still some
We
zombies
need to stay in
around.
shape, right? You never
There's some
know.
zombies out there in
You
the
gotta
woods
run.
here and there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
occasionally see one. They don't really die.
Right,
They're already
right.
dead, you know? So they're going to stay animated for some time.
You bring patience. You're up in the guard tower just like any day now.
Is there now, side question, you guys may know a little bit more about zombies than I do. I don't really do zombies. Is there an expiration? Like when the animation stops, is it 10 years? Is it 100 years?
They
Is
rot
it
to death,
ever?
basically, right? Until
they're
there's
already
nothing
rotting.
else. Yeah. Well, yeah. But I mean, they
How long do
further.
they stay animated?
I don't know. I mean,
It depends on the universe you're.
right.
Okay,
'Cause
Resident Evil.
warm
Let's
bodies, you can come back by falling in love. Remember that
Resident
movie, Warm
Evil is a
Bodies?
good one.
Zombies are not a Twilight character. We don't need to do that.
You glisten in the sun.
Like, I feel better. I have vitamin D in my system.
Or like the Disney zombies, they're just like they're just green skinned or something, or green hair, but they're zombies. They don't do like
Yeah.
really anything.
We're not
Yeah.
doing this Halloween Town High bullshit. So, I'm sorry. Which ones were you saying?
I said Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Because those guys seem to be around for a great deal of time.
There's like an evolution to the T virus. That's why you get like the dogs, you get like the liquors, all that other shit. 28 days later, it had a expiration date.
Yeah.
Like they would, it took so long for them to starve or whatever. I think eventually their systems would like shut down and stuff. But
Yeah.
you're looking at like Walking Dead, they just get more and more decayed, and they could,
Right. Like they wouldn't evolve probably.
See, when you guys brought up the original question, I'm thinking Walking Dead zombies.
Yeah.
They don't really run.
yeah,
Right.
They just kind of overwhelm you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like
So
those better than the running ones.
Yeah, the
Like,
running ones-
We're fucked.
We're a different story. Boom. Intelligent zombies.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like that's, that's really that's all I'm thinking. Like
That's what your movie's gonna be called. Fuck.
fuck. Intelligent zombies are like those are now
vampires and shit?
they move up the top of the list. They used to be like vampires and then
Yeah.
werewolves. Yeah, intelligent zombies. Yeah,
Yeah.
in spot 3.
I
Yeah.
look at it like the game Dead Island. So like the ones that are like freshly bit, like just infected.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that can like haul ass and run after you. The ones that have been like infected for a bit and like their
Yeah.
muscle tissue and stuff starts to decay. Those are the ones that are more like
Sure.
kind of
That's a cool concept. Yeah. Yeah.
How about this? I mean,
They're not spring chicken anymore.
if anything,
Yeah.
maybe they become more damaged over time. You know, like you bump your freaking kneecap, and now you always see the guy dragging his arms across the
Right,
ground.
right.
So I'm saying like something has to go out, like a knee has to go out, foot has got to break, because there's no more life force in you. So it's not like you're gonna regenerate that.
There's just some sicko out there giving them new limbs, like they do with,
I would do batting practice, bro. And the thing is, it's like, this is the only place where it's cool to fuck up a kid. Like, it's really, Really, it is. It is the only place. It's just not you've been dead. I know I've seen you across the street all my freaking life.
You monster! It's a zombie. Okay,
all your whole life.
Carry
I know
on.
I
Carry
know
on.
you're only 8, but you're a zombie now.
Right.
You know, and you're gonna eat my family. So,
and they're easy to kill.
I'm just saying, it's the only place where it's like it's okay. Grandma, sorry.
Wouldn't it suck to lose to children though? You know, it's like God, I can't even beat these fuckers. Like,
You already
God.
lost them. You know, like
No. I mean the zombie children. Like, if you're like in the mentality, like I can't take on a fully grown zombie, but these little children zombies,
Yeah.
I got a chance, and then you end up being taken out by them. Like that's a shitty way to go.
oh, you should never.
You're in lore forever as like the
If
one
a
who
kid
was
zombie
defeated by
works you,
children.
that's no. Don't let that happen.
You want to know the most
They crawl like
terrifying
spiders.
zombie I've ever seen in a movie was? And it was in the
Glitter.
Day of the Dead. What was it? Day of the Dead? Land of the Dead? Whatever it was.
Was it
The,
Snyder's?
the remake one?
Yeah,
you
Day of
were
the
just
Dead.
Talking about?
Yeah. Dawn of the Dead. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Dawn of the Dead. Yes.
So
Yep.
there's the chick that's like pregnant and gets bitten. Or
Yeah.
gets infected or whatever.
Oh
And they
yeah.
go to like take the baby away from the guy after they shoot him. And
Yeah.
the baby's like,
Ugh. Yeah, they do that
that.
close up, don't they? And it opens
Yeah.
its eyes.
I'm just
Nope.
picturing like it's probably the least threatening zombie. 'Cause
Yeah.
It has like, what are they going to do? Gum you?
Right.
But like, I'm just picturing a little baby like
Yeah. Right.
skittering along the floor.
Could you
like
raise it right?
I don't think so.
I don't
Its
think-
brain's just not
Dead.
Yeah,
really,
it's
but
just-
This isn't like, you know.
but the mom was alive when.
like maybe
I mean,
chain it up.
maybe
in,
it's like I'm saying, like a
Shaun of the
Daywalker
Dead
zombie.
His friend in Shaun of the Dead, he chained up. He played video games with him still, but he was like
Yeah.
always trying to bite him.
Well, no. Think of it like almost like Blade,
like a, yeah. Like
Oh.
like a zombie, because the mom was alive
Right.
when she had the child in her
Right.
stomach. So you have the virus of the zombie.
It depends on what kind of zombie you are. Like if zombies really all about decay. So would it really grant you strength, or
If
did
the,
it just
well,
make
if the
you,
baby's already
like it was
born.
born into two worlds, basically?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's like,
maybe.
maybe it's a hybrid. I don't
Maybe,
know.
yeah, maybe.
No one's ever done that. Right
Take
now.
their teeth away.
yeah.
That and then
Don't brush your teeth ever.
but I'm wondering why no one's ever done like a zombie kind of apocalypse type thing where it's like lions infected or
Oh,
gorillas.
Walking Dead, I think, has tackled
Or
that.
gorillas or
Haven't
something
they?
like that. We've always done. We've
thought
done
they
dogs.
They had,
We could do. Cats.
I think the real reason they don't do it, I mean, maybe in animation or comic books, but to do it in like film would really be hard to pull off. Like
It's
the
badass.
budget would be high, or it would be low and it looked like crap.
Let's think about it like this. You have a freaking lion or a tiger, right? And you have 50 zombie humans, and they're hungry,
Oh, they just go after
and they
each other.
bite them, and then it becomes infected.
Yeah.
And now,
Would the zombies protect themselves from the lion zombies?
well, they're not gonna feel it.
That's true. Yeah.
They're not really worried about
Yeah.
it attacking back.
right.
I think as terrifying as a lion already is on its own,
Yeah.
like seeing that in an urban environment or something like
Oh,
that.
gangster!
Like one that would just be like,
Go to the
slowly
zoo.
stalking
Go to the
towards me.
zoo.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they go to the zoo and
That wasn't
Eat the
something.
animals.
Something tackled animals.
now there was
Zombified
a,
animals.
there's a Zack Snyder movie on Netflix that I haven't seen. Where
Maybe
it's
that
supposed
was
to be,
it.
and it's an intelligent. They're like intelligent zombies, like a zombie king or
Yes,
something.
it's
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I have not watched it.
it's another Dead film. Netflix you're talking
One of
about.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
The last one with Dave Bautista, I can't think of it right now. Shit. It was not Dawn of the Dead. It was like,
It's his own little franchise as far as I'm aware.
right, but I think it still had Of the Dead or something in the
Something
title.
like that. I,
Everyone out there's like, come on. It's
You know
something,
the
something.
name. Just write it in the comments.
Why would-
Call in 1-800.
You know the name. Just write it in the comments.
we need like a smart board up here with just IMDb pulled up.
Yeah, I know. Well, when we launch our Patreon, you guys can help fund that for us.
Bingo. Sometimes
Someday.
when I say something dumb at like work or something, I'll quote Forrest Gump. I'm not a very smart man. In that moment. But he knows what love is.
Carry on. I'm going to look it up.
Oh jeez.
It was but yeah, zombies. Yeah, I'm not really worried about zombies. I think I bring violence to them.
See, here's what I would bring.
Aluminum bats.
I have with my military background, I'm just thinking, I mean, granted, your solution works, I think, 10 times better. Like, sharpening like baseball bats, like making weapons out of them. Because there's only so much ammunition probably in the world, right? But
swords.
I see a lot of people that are just really stupid with gun safety. So
I can see that.
That's probably what I would teach, is firearm safety.
I like that. Because you accidentally shoot someone alive.
Marksmanship too, but like, I see people all the time like, hey, look at that. And like, pointing the business end of a shotgun at somebody.
Turn that.
Yeah, like, no, don't do that shit.
No, I go to the gun range myself. So I understand the safety aspect of it, because that actually is perfect. Because like, let's say you got to teach a 12-year-old how to, work a firearm.
Survive, yeah.
Literally to save his or her life. If like there is a zombie attacking them.
Or hunt for food. I mean, because if this is post-zombie apocalypse, there might not even be like a grocery store or whatever, right?
You got to be smart about it too, because if you're shooting at one zombie, there's 50 other ones you don't see that are going to hear the gunshot. And
Yep, true. Yep.
If there's a group of them and you're trying to defend your compound, then you pull out the AR-15 or whatever and start.
Just nerf them until they follow you to a soundproof room, and then just get out the big.
I guess what they say a lot of times, even in post-apocalyptic movies, and my younger brother actually brought this to my attention before. He said it's not the gun, it's the bullets. Those are the hard things.
Yeah.
Even in Book of Eli, they're never loaded. That's what he says.
Yeah.
But Eli actually has bullets. But you're talking about the shotgun.
Yeah.
I think, So like bullets, I think, are the commodity you want. Like that's the hard thing to get, is the ammo.
Yeah.
The weapons itself, by comparison, is probably easier to obtain, and most Americans have freaking weapons.
Yep.
So like guns, it's the bullets, the ammunition.
Yep.
Well, that's where I think like marksmanship training and stuff like that would come in handy, because
no wasting.
Anybody can learn how to fire a 9mm.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like a handgun is one of the easiest things to teach people.
Right.
And rather than wasting 5 shots hitting them in the body, that's not going to do anything. Teach them how to zero in and get a headshot.
Aim and shoot. See, I had to learn the hard way just from going to the range. I shoot a handgun with my right hand, but I'm left-eyed.
Yeah.
So I had to do this. I had to bring the gun over here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I had a friend who's a professional shooter, like those guys are ding ding.
Oh
ding,
yeah,
ding.
yeah.
So him and me and a few of my friends and one of my younger brothers, we all went out with him, and he was like, "This is the right way to do everything." He's very particular.
Yeah.
What to wear over your head and stuff like that. So if someone's like that helping during the zombie apocalypse, heck yeah. You know what I'm saying? What I think about is more the turmoil among the living.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is what Walking Dead pretty much is about, right?
Yeah. It's never the dead you have to worry about. It's the living that are like,
more dangerous than the dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and that's interesting. And then food. See, like, that would just suck. Food, your restroom ritual, bathing.
Well, yeah, it's just like the Wild West, where they took a shit in the outhouse and there was there's nothing to wipe up with, so they just came back to the bar with shit fingers and
Let it happen.
Hey, I'm gonna cook you something. It's like no.
Some ice on that for you.
Yeah, don't flirt with her.
What if it was a chef
She
though?
likes to suck
Seriously.
fingers. You're like, no, bro.
Hey, it's Lloyd the baker. He's got shit over his hands. All right, let's get this going. Some eggs and
That's so disgusting. Like I could.
A whole new meaning to the term corn.
I was born and raised in the right time period for myself.
right.
Yeah.
I am too bougie, evidently.
Yeah.
For history.
Right.
I'm too bougie. No, anything before. If people have asked me before, like, if you go back to any time period in existence, what would you go back to?
Where there's soap.
1970s.
Yeah.
Late 60s.
Yeah.
Mid-late 60s.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm good.
Right.
Anything before that, I'm...
Nope.
Nah, I'm
Forget
good.
it.
It's never that... Nah.
Nope.
65. 65 is my cutoff.
I got Pong and I got 8 tracks. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
You know what I'm saying? I could go see Jimi Hendrix and the Doors play.
Right.
Like, heck yeah.
Maybe warn them both.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Hey, Jimmy, watch the drinking.
Yeah.
Jimmy. Jim Morrison, I don't know.
Hey, Val Kilmer, he's still like 5. He's gonna play you so well. You're gonna
he
be
killed it.
amazed. Yeah,
Yeah, he killed
I know.
it. Yeah.
Well, moving on. I would love to talk about this all day, but due to the time of year, it's always great when you have something coming out that's a reflection of that time. And so our first topic we're going to talk about is Thanksgiving.
Yes.
This trailer finally dropped, and I'm glad the trailer came out right after the teaser. I was going to talk about this like 2 episodes ago, but there was not enough on it, so I'm glad we waited. Didn't mean to wait, just ran out of time. But this has been it was a mock trailer from the '07 Grindhouse that Quentin Tarantino and
Eli Roth.
yes, Eli Roth
He was-
directed
no,
this.
He was the one that's doing Thanksgiving.
Yes, he directed things, but he also directed the mock trailer as well. And he's also an actor. He was the Bear Jew in Inglourious Bastards.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's got a nice creepy vibe, but oh yeah,
Sizzle.
but he's got kind of a creepy look himself. But anyway, yeah. So it was Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino did Grindhouse, and it was, by all accounts, I guess, a failure, but I enjoyed it. I actually saw it in the theater. I liked it a lot, and these mock-up trailers were fun. And
Yeah.
Talking about Grindhouse?
yes,
Yeah, yes.
So Thanksgiving was
I
one
did
of
see
the
it in
mock-up
theater at the
trailers.
time.
Yeah,
We got Machete out of that too.
yeah.
Machete was awesome.
Yeah.
The first one, right? The second one was kind of
I never saw the second one.
yeah.
I'm a huge Danny Trejo fan, so
Oh, yeah.
I love him in anything he's in.
Right. So yeah, all these mock-up trailers, which was a really cool concept because you had all these big directors, I think, take a shot at something, whether it was their own idea or just whoever else's. But Eli Roth, I think this was his idea, and the trailer, the mock-up trailer, is hilarious. Like the minute I saw it, I was like, I want this to be a movie, and a lot of people did.
Exactly.
And finally.
They made it a movie.
Finally, but yeah, it's it stars Patrick Dempsey, Gina Gershon. Not a big star-studded cast, probably because the budget's super low, which
you don't
is
need that
understandable.
for a
No,
film.
as long as the story. No, and I agree. Like
What
you
happened
could
to the
cast
good old
the
B
people,
actress and actor?
or you could cast people from the mock-up trailer. I would be fine with it, but you also have Rick Hoffman, which is from Suits.
Oh.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lewis.
He's got a nice big caterpillar in this trailer, this movie.
Mustache.
I love that guy because he can just he doesn't even have to say anything, and he plays such a great ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then Milo Manheim, that's how you say his name. He's from Disney's Zombie, which we were talking about just now. So
Disney's zombie.
yeah,
It's an oxymoron, isn't it? Not?
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of their
Disney
stuff
can
they
do
put out
zombies?
anymore makes me feel
They're
like a
not,
zombie.
like I said, they just have green hair, and I don't even think
Is
they
a zombie
eat people.
in love with another zombie?
Oh no, they're like in love with a werewolf or something. It's one of those
That's
music.
a Disney
It's
thing.
one of those musical Descendants type films, but this
Yeah.
guy's from
This
it.
guy zombie likes
And
this
I'm
guy
calling
zombie.
it now. He's going to say so many F words in this film because every child star who graduates to like adulthood in film, they have to go for it big time.
Effing right.
Yeah, he'll probably be sucking some titties. Who knows what he's going to be doing?
Sweet.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll have that in this film, but
Sweet.
for sure yams. So.
Boy.
So yeah, basically Thanksgiving is it's about a Black Friday tragedy that happens, and a serial killer by the name of John Carver, on the nose there, comes to Plymouth, Massachusetts to terrorize the town, which is the birthplace of Thanksgiving. So pretty much sticking to the same concept, and of course, like we said before, it's directed by Eli Roth. Written by him as well. He did Cabin Fever, Hostel, directed those 2 films.
Oh, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
I got a very Saw feel from the trailer.
Yeah.
And Hostel. You
Yes.
know, like that kind of gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that if I'm gonna do horror. I like
It looks
that.
like a beautiful film, like the way it's shot and everything. It looks really crafted pretty
he does-
damn well.
He does pretty good with that body horror without it being too.
Yes,
Kind
yes,
of thing.
yeah. What were your thoughts on the trailer overall? Anything that stuck out to you?
I'm
Things that
excited
didn't?
for it.
Yeah,
Like
I think it's going to ruin Thanksgiving
Taking
for
the-
me.
taking the what is it like the goes up behind the guy with the corn holders and just,
Oh, yeah, yeah. That girl's like doing her
Yeah, the
Q-tips,
ear.
and then he takes a corn, whatever you call it. And,
the corn. Yeah, the baster.
yeah, yeah, or yeah,
I'm,
the corn stabby thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the ice scene for me. When she
Oh,
put the chick's face on ice.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because he got her wet first.
Yeah,
'Cause I almost thought he was boiling her, but it was just water, and then he gets her right next to the door.
That is brutal.
And she can't go anywhere.
Yeah, she tried to peel her hand off. And, yeah.
Because he grabs the axe, and he's like, "All right," and she's
All
like,
right,
"I can't fucking
batter
move."
up.
Yeah.
V for Vendetta.
It's got that vibe to it, like it's the evil V, basically.
Yeah.
Will the other one show up at the end? That's the question. I love the look, though. I love the mask, like you were saying before
Like a
we
pilgrim.
recorded. It's it's like that, but you said we kind of are in need of a new iconic killer, right?
Yeah, we need an
a new
iconic
face to
villain.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Chucky, you got Freddy Krueger, you got Jason, you got Michael Myers.
Yep.
You got I don't know what they call it, the ghost from or the
Ghostface,
Ghostface from Scream,
Yep.
stuff like that. So like we haven't had one of those in
like an original,
eons.
like
Yeah,
a brand
somebody
new one. Yeah,
That's just a straight
Yep.
okay, that's an iconic villain
Yep.
killer in a long time. I think Scream was the last one. Ghostface was the last one.
perhaps. Yeah, I can't.
I'm just saying of iconic
Yeah.
where like year after year you'll see a consistency
Yeah.
of people dressing up like these characters.
Yes.
You know, you don't see that much anymore. I haven't seen a good horror flick iconic character
Yeah.
in a long time. So
Because they revamp everything.
Yeah.
Most,
something
most
original
time.
is necessary, and I think especially in all cinema, but
Yeah.
in the horror genre, some originality wouldn't hurt. You
Sure.
know, something new, something fresh.
Definitely.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and I hope that's what this offers, and I could see a franchise for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Go to
if
another
it
town
nails
or-
it, I mean,
Yeah.
if it nails it, like if it actually gets people go, huh,
Literally nails it.
yeah, nails it to the.
One of the biggest fears of my life is in this film when that oven turns
Oven
on
scene, I
and
knew
she's
you were gonna say
inside.
that.
I'm like, fuck that. Like that's just because you're just like you're
Cooked
so
alive.
helpless in a fucking oven. Like,
Yeah.
Cooked alive, bro.
oh Jesus, yeah.
What actually?
Yeah,
I know it's a different movie and
Yeah.
it's a totally different genre, but that same feeling you have about the oven is what I had in Kill Bill when she's buried alive.
Oh yeah, and I'm with you on that too. I'm
Oh,
afraid
that
of
was
everything.
brutal. I'm like, and he's like, yeah, I'll spray this in your eyes and you'll be burning while
Yeah.
you're in. I was like, holy smoke, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
That would be the worst.
Right.
Because there's nowhere to go. And I think like what you had to do is, I don't know how much air you have.
I know. Was there? No, there was not a snake. I'm thinking of the Ryan Reynolds film where he's buried alive. That one's intense.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Is it just called Buried? I think it's just called Buried. He's a contractor in Afghanistan or someplace, and they just capture him and they throw him. Like the whole movie's him in this grave.
I know which one you're
And
talking
there's a snake. There's a snake in it. And so he's got to I don't know if he gets bit by it, but there is a time where he's like trying to find it and he kills it, whatever. And oh my God, it's an intense movie.
Well, the catch is this, though. Here's the one thing I've noticed about being buried alive. You have to be in an old wooden box. Because have you seen people's caskets?
The new ones? Fuck it. No.
Like, that thing's
The-
heavy duty.
Titanium,
Like,
aluminum.
You're
yeah.
dead, bro. You're going to stay dead. Do not
But
rise from
dude,
the dead.
it's got all the features. You got TV, you got radio.
I mean, like, bro.
You should.
This is cushioned.
They're like 20, 30 grand. It's bullshit. And you just get buried in it.
How many feet did they bury you? Like 9?
Huh?
8, 9 feet?
6 at least, right? 6
Yeah.
feet under? The
6
term,
feet under. You're
the
right.
term?
You're right.
Maybe deeper. Yeah.
6 feet. 6 feet.
Right
deep.
above a sewage line. That would be a bitch, wouldn't it?
Because what they're saying is, in order for you to make it through that, you had to make 6 feet up,
Yeah.
and so you got to hold your breath that whole time.
And if the dirt's wet, well, you need it to be wet, right? Because if it's just dry as shit, there's no way you can claw through that to
Right.
get up. So you'd probably suffocate on the way up.
Bro, imagine
I mean, Kill Bill, Uma Thurman.
Everything
did,
is
she just did this
possible.
shit.
imagine someone's actually did it.
I'm
Maybe
sure.
someone's probably attempted, like, I'm not dead, and they just didn't make it.
Yeah, well, ancient times they dug up graves and
they
found
had the
scratches. Yes, I think they had to do that after the fact. Yeah, because they would resurrect the graves and there'd be scratch marks inside. Like,
Brutal.
I was a fucking sleep, like shit.
It's just a deep, deep sleep.
Oh
Just
Jesus!
like take a little bit too
That's
much NyQuil.
brutal.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to leave any question for anybody.
What was
I'm getting cremated.
The SNL.
I told my brother, I'm like,
Hibernate.
cremate me. I don't want you guys to have to pay for a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
Like when I've been to funerals, one of the things is if I had a connection to you, I don't really want to see you that way.
Yeah.
So when we walk by, I just look away.
Right.
I don't want that image of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want that to be a burden
Right.
on someone else. So if they saw that, I'm like, oh no, you just see a little
I saw.
urn right there, and you're like,
Right.
oh, that's Juan.
Right.
That's what he was.
I read. I think I read it that in some state or whatever they legalized like Viking funerals, and I told my wife like that'd be cool.
Oh, it's like the
Put me out, put me on a lake and just shoot an arrow, just light me on fire. Make sure I'm dead first. When that suck if it washed up to shore, someone's dock, and like, Jesus, I just wanted to go fishing.
Who do you want to do the
There's
arrow?
a fucking corpse burning right here, huh?
Who would you want to do the arrow?
Someone who could, get the shot. Maybe your friend could do it, who's good. I don't want someone to like miss,
No, I would have my like brother or somebody do
My
it.
corpse is just out there floating.
My nephew do it or something. It's like my practical joke. Like if you miss, bro, you're
I want the
laughed
Thor
at.
funeral. Thor 2, when the mom, spoilers, mom dies, they launch an arrow. So I think the Viking is maybe they just put you on fire and then push you out. But still, an archer, let's get one of those.
Oh, yeah.
That'll probably be as much as it costs to buy a coffin. Maybe not then. I don't know.
My whole thing is though, I'd want to do it somewhere where like beavers aren't a thing. Because could you imagine like your bloated corpse like on fire going up to a beaver dam? They just turn you into fucking wood or something. And, like, put you into it. Somebody's got to go knock
Yeah.
You're like a sealant for the dam, maybe, and they just
Yeah.
shove your
Just make
plasma
sure it
and
burns.
shit. Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
didn't she get like casted? Like they put her in Thor's
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, I got a
But it's
little-
like the Rainbow Bridge, isn't it not? Didn't she fall off into space or something?
She didn't. He like hit his took his whatever staff and hit it, and then she floats and there's like glitter shit. Yeah.
She like disappeared.
They didn't explain it. It was
Magic.
just- yeah, the writer was like,
Movie magic.
"Yeah, let's do that."
Let's do this. Don't worry about where her body goes. Well, no, the same thing happened with Dad. Odin just kind of like dissolved.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually kind of an angelic way of dying. I want to dissolve.
I
That's all.
want to go out. I want to go out like Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Episode 4, just
Just
my
disappear.
clothes are more or less.
Just get launched to the sun.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Like, give me that option. I'd be like, that's pretty cool.
Like, I'm trying to save room, guys. The cemeteries are filling up. Okay,
yes.
just throw me that star right there, and I'll be up
He's
there.
got all that. He's got all that money from Twitter now. So
Yeah, right.
Or, well, I guess he doesn't because he bought it for $40 billion or whatever it was.
You could be space junk. Join in. Space shuttle just hits your corpse.
Just Wrath of Khan shooting out into
There you go.
fucking space.
There you go.
Awesome.
All right. Well, moving on. Silent Night. This is John Woo's first movie in years. He was a big, foreign film director ages ago, probably in the 80s, maybe beyond. But, he was known for Hard Boiled and A Better Tomorrow. Those starred Chow Yun-fat, I believe. Mm-hmm. And so once he came to America, they utilized him to make Hard Target, which starred Jean-Claude Van Damme. Not one of my favorites of Van Damme's, but I know it's got a good following to it. Also, he did Broken Arrow and Face Off.
Face Off.
Yeah. Face Off. Yes. So, yeah, he did and of course, Mission Impossible 2,
Yeah.
which, yeah, out of the box set of those films, that would probably be the coaster. I'm sorry. It's just
He's kind of like, to me, like the
fairy tale type
the
of.
Asian Michael Bay.
That's good. That's a good analogy. Yeah.
Explosion.
Birds.
I
Explosion.
can see that.
John Travolta.
Explosion.
Hamburger
And then
meat
there's
chest.
birds and like
Yes.
this beautiful.
Yeah.
But I like how he always makes like when an explosion. Well, John Woo. When
Yeah.
there's an explosion, the guy kind of flies.
Yeah.
If you're near an explosion in his movie, you kind of get this serene kind
Yeah.
of flight
Yeah.
with the stomach poked in like he got hit by a cannonball or something.
Yeah. Right.
I
yep.
love that.
Yep.
I love that.
Well, yeah, this film, it looks fun. It's like I told you guys, and the concept's been adapted many times. Like John Wick, it's basically John Wick and Punisher get married and have a baby, and this is the guy, and he suffers a huge loss, which is a son. So any fathers would definitely be like, fuck yeah, or anyone who lost somebody. It's a nice revenge flick, and it looks fun. I'll probably go see it. It looks really fun. I like how it's shot, and it's a Christmas themed film, so we got another one to add to the shelf. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Lethal Weapon, probably, right? Yeah, it takes
You
place.
can
on
go back and
Christmas.
watch the episode. We have proven that it is a Christmas movie.
Oh yes, because we did the Die Hard 2 commentary.
We did that,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Die Harder.
Yes. Didn't we connect Family Matters to that world and some others or something?
I
We went
think so.
way into it. Yeah.
Either way, go back, visit it, check
Yes.
it out.
Yes. Check it out.
We should see tons
Check this out first.
more
Yes.
likes, subscriptions.
Yes. Yes.
All of that.
Right.
Should
For
be
sure.
about 5 billion.
5 billion.
All right, I'm asking for 2
At least.
2 billion.
2 billion. That's more like it.
Don't want to sound greedy.
Yeah. No shit. Jeez. So what'd you guys think of this trailer?
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. You like Joel Kinnaman? Pretty cool dude. Yeah, he's grown on me a lot. He did, for that remake of RoboCop, he was one of the positive things about it. Like, that movie wasn't too bad. It almost just needed to be its own type of film, like, not RoboCop. Give him another title.
I think where they messed up is that RoboCop, like I'm a RoboCop fan.
Yeah.
Like true RoboCop.
Yep.
1 and 2 for sure.
Yeah.
OCP. They needed to really. They made it serious. And RoboCop is kind of snarky and satire.
Yes.
It's a lot of satire.
Yep. Pokes fun at, like,
Yeah,
crazy
so
shit.
you know,
we
like
deal
you
with.
could buy like a Yamaha heart.
Yeah.
Yamaha.
Yep, yeah,
hearts and
yeah,
stuff like that.
yep.
You can like the guy gets in the car and the security system fries him to death. Like RoboCop was not meant to be taken serious. They had the coolest freaking drug of any movie. Nuke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuke me, baby.
Yeah.
And I want to know what Nuke does.
Yeah.
I'm not saying do drugs. I just want to know what it does.
Frank Miller's like, we just wrote it, man. I don't know what it's like.
I just
Cocaine and Kool-Aid.
euphoric?
I don't know.
I think Josh nailed it. Cocaine and Kool-Aid.
Shit, Frank Miller's going to call me up. No.
That is
Be the new.
someone's gonna come out with it.
We do for.
Someone's gonna come out. Hey, lean is NyQuil and alcohol. All right, so I mean, like cocaine and Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Just replace sugar with cocaine.
Oh man.
3 cups of cocaine.
Oh, it'd be so bitter.
Oh my goodness.
Not that
You
I
wouldn't
know
care
what it
though.
tastes like.
That little
just
sip,
like
you'd
the
be
way it
like,
smells.
That's like happy. It's like a happy cocaine because cocaine makes you an asshole. I would assume.
Yeah, you imagine the ads instead of,
Hey,
hey.
how's everybody going?
Was he just bust through with like a gun? Like, give me your money. I don't know.
I'm here all night, guys. I'm here all night. Just press play and we'll just make it happen.
Oh, shit.
I'm excited. Yeah, cocaine.
Kool-Aid Man's
I'm
just
still in that-
sporadic around the house. Like, we could do all this stuff. We could do this. Let's move that.
I'm selling that, Josh.
It had like all the different colors in it too. I mean, you can,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because weren't they doing that in RoboCop 2? Nuke? Wasn't it?
Yeah, the kid, though, he
wasn't there
didn't
like a
do
different
it.
color or something? No, I know that, but weren't they developing another nuke? Like, was blue or something?
So what
And
he-
it wasn't the same effect.
So is the way he did it.
The Kool-Aid
Kane-
made me
Kane
think
is
of
the
it.
villain.
right?
I'm telling you, I'm a RoboCop guy.
Yeah, well, I am too.
Kane's
yeah.
the villain.
Yep.
So he it becomes RoboCop 2. Spoiler. I should throw that in there. He becomes RoboCop
Everyone's
2,
out there writing this down. Son of a bitch.
and he's motivated by actual nuke, the
Right.
drug, right? Mm-hmm. So when he was still alive before he became RoboCop 2, he had a guy working in a lab, and it was basically like strains of marijuana.
It was played by Frank Miller.
This one's
that
called
guy.
Blue Haze. This
Yep.
one's called blah blah blah. So he had all these different
Makes my
strains.
teeth tingle. I think that's what he said.
And the signal for nuke, like cocaine is like, like
Yeah.
right. There's this.
Yeah.
They smacked their neck.
They're like, what?
Love that.
Flu shot? Well, okay.
They're like, come on.
Novocaine.
Kane's like, and then he like
Yeah.
you can tell it hit hard. He's like, yeah, that's good stuff. I'm like, yes.
This one's making my teeth wiggle.
I don't know nuke. I don't know what it attacks. It might go after your testicles. It might go after your elbows. I don't know, but Kool-Aid and cocaine sounds pretty accurate. I love it.
Patreon. Joel Kinnaman, that's who got us into this.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's good. We're gonna talk about RoboCop in a minute. No, but he's really grown on me. I think his film after that I liked a lot.
He's in
Well,
Suicide Squad.
yeah, I like that. I wish there was, and according to Dave Ayer, there is his cut, and it features a lot. It's like a better film, so hopefully we get that. But there was something there, and I really liked his character and what he did with it, and the Suicide Squad, he was in that as well, so that was nice for him to reprise that part. And he's done some. I think he did Ultra Carbon for Netflix. I never did see that one.
I watched the first season. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
he did a very good job in that.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's, and he definitely is pulling off this revenge, this father on a revenge spree. Yeah, yeah.
He's an action hero, but
yeah,
he hasn't. I think this is his opportunity to be like kind of branch out and establish himself.
Right.
We'll see with this movie if he becomes like your next Van Damme, your next whatever.
Well, Juan was saying when we was watching the trailer, is he going to become RoboCop again? Because he gets hurt. And but what was really like heartening was he had like a bandage over his neck, and he was screaming because of his pain, like I think just losing his son, and nothing was coming out, so we were wondering like Silent maybe Night. He's got no voice. Yeah, that might be what it means, right?
Silent
not
Night.
Just the Christmas, but he can't talk.
He whispers.
Yeah, and I love the kills in this one so far.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
champagne pop to the head. And
I'm a Punisher guy, so yeah, like you said, he's got a Punisher feel to it.
And the car, John Wick, there.
Oh yeah. So I mean, like it's like one of the people from John Wick plays a part in that movie, right? Oh no, that was the other movie. That was Thanksgiving. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think. Sorry. Yeah, no.
No. That was a John Wick producer or something connected in the credits. I thought. I remember seeing
it. It could be. I'd have to go back and look.
I apologize.
Yeah. No, it's all good,
guys.
Hey, it's either right or wrong. So
what I'm saying, like John Wick is boss. This was a kid. That one hurts a little bit more, but John Wick. Remember, he did all this for a puppy.
Right.
That's gangster as hell. That is super gangster.
Wouldn't do that for cats. No, I'm kidding. That's the next guy.
I love cats.
Yeah, I do too.
If you killed my cat, I'm coming to see you.
Now, if it's any of the cats from the movie Cats, feel free, man. I'll give you a gun.
Oh, how was that opening night when you went to see it?
You went and saw it?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I don't know anyone who's seen it.
No, I was totally kidding.
Have you seen it, Josh?
Anybody that enjoyed it?
No, I know it was one of those Oscar bait films. Like, this is gonna be great because it's based on the musical. We're not gonna look anything like those cats in the musical.
I know no one who's ever claimed to see that movie.
I haven't.
No.
It's been off. I mean, it's been on one of my streaming.
10 people went and saw that movie. Who's seen Cats? I've never heard anyone review it.
The poll is open.
Like, review it outside of
We'll watch it as a commentary on Patreon.
Just a simple fan. If anyone out there has ever seen
if
Cats,
they give us money for snacks,
please comment about Cats, because I have not heard anything about this movie.
Yeah.
Outside of the trailers I saw.
That's a good point. I've heard so many people talk about how horrible of a movie this is, but I don't know a single person who's watched it.
Exactly. You're just going off the trailer. I went off the trailer. I'm not gonna lie. I have no
Judy
ambition
Dench
to see
was in it.
I went off the fact that James Corden's in it. I automatically assumed.
Oh, that didn't sell you?
They had Idris Elba as a cat.
Yeah. He's like, meow.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I
don't want to see you in that light, bro. You're an excellent actor, and I don't want to see you.
I mean, it's all the CG, though, right? Like, if it was actually done better, you think you would have been more like,
no,
I'll check it out.
There's nothing about Cats that.
So the musical, you guys, I'm not. There's like a song I know kind of from the musical, but I never did see the musical. That was like a huge hit forever. So
I've never really watched.
They're from space or some shit.
West Side.
I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
West Side, whatever it is, West Side Story.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I've never really Fiddler on the Roof. I never saw that stuff.
Yeah.
I've
They're
seen
probably
bits
better
and pieces.
than Cats.
Little Shop of Horrors is probably my favorite musical.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go musical, Little Shop of Horrors.
Well, and some have gone reverse, like they were filmed first and then a musical. Beetlejuice, that's a musical. That's actually in town now.
Beetlejuice is a musical?
It's at Civic Center.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see it as a musical, but that's
Tim Burton's version is supposed to be a musical?
Well, it's probably not his version anymore, but
God no.
No, it's
But I'm saying his version was supposed to be a musical.
No. They just changed it,
They made it into.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Kind of like they did with Spider-Man: Turn Off the Dark.
Oh yeah, they had so many injuries from that.
Fucking horrible.
Well, and scary to watch probably. Like, I'm gonna see someone die tonight because that they never could get the rigging right. It would they would fall or some shit. Like, it was crazy because they're really trying to push it. Yeah,
Interesting.
actually, the lady who did the Lion King musical was brought on for that project, and I think she ended up getting fired because they just could not get it to work, and it had so much attention for the wrong reasons.
Lion King.
Oh boy.
Interesting.
Masters of the Air. This is a television series, miniseries that's coming from Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg. Of course, they did Band of Brothers and The Pacific together. You know, this all kind of went back to when they did Saving Private Ryan, which that's
So it's
my
meant to be taken more serious.
Yes, for sure, and it's got more time to pace itself. But it's it's basically they're pilots, and so they fly this this plane called the Flying Fortress, which is a bomber, and they battle German fighters. So who wouldn't like that, right?
My dad's gonna probably go crazy for that. My dad loves war movies. I grew up watching war movies because of my dad.
Right. I still, ever since
not a war
'98 when I
movie guy.
saw Saving Private Ryan, that's been my favorite war movie. I just felt, and I think Call of Duty's definitely taken the reins from that feeling when you saw Private Ryan. Like, just that opening scene where people are like flying and then limbs. It's like, it was so, I remember there was a trigger warning at the time for it, how effective it was. And, like vets, they warned vets not to come to it because they could bring back,
Like
yeah.
PTSD.
And with CGI now so heavily, it probably is not as much of a threat now because it's kind of like, it doesn't feel real unless it's done right, obviously, like, Private Ryan and shit. But these shows have that feel, like they're basically Saving Private Ryan, that whole feeling.
I think mine is between
more realistic.
Platoon and the beginning of Full Metal Jacket.
I've never seen Full Metal Jacket, but I've always heard the beginning is the best part, and
I
then
have
after
to
that
talk
it
to you.
gets weak.
We must see this. I own it.
Okay.
I will loan it to you.
Okay,
The beginning of the movie is, to me, Full Metal Jacket is almost like two movies.
that's when Vincent D'Onofrio is
Yes.
in it, right? Yeah.
Yes.
What's his character's name?
Private Powell.
Okay, I've seen.
Well, it's not his real name.
Yeah.
The characters.
I've seen the highlights, so I know what happens to him. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's probably one of his best roles.
it should just ended after that.
No, it's just like them basic training. The guy that plays the drill sergeant.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
That was his first movie. I watched actually a documentary on it. He didn't act.
No, because
He just played himself. He was
he
already.
used to be a drill instructor, and they were just like,
Yeah, they said the Stanley Kubrick.
yeah,
Right?
He actually was coaching an actor to do that part.
Yeah,
right?
and he said basically they just ran the camera, just let him do his thing,
Yeah.
and because that's what he would do. He
He
would just.
pushed for it though, didn't he? Because he said, "I can do this better than this actor." Like, just
They
let
brought
me
him
do
in
it.
to show him how.
Right, but
And
I think he was
I
like,
don't
"Just
think
let
he
me do
pushed
it."
for it. I think.
Oh, okay, I
I
thought
think
he did.
Stanley just like,
Okay.
no, you're probably the best.
Iconic part. I mean, it launched his career, and
Yeah, 'cause
did
he
other things
nailed
after
it,
that.
like-
yeah,
It's just awesome.
yeah,
This is my rifle. This is my gun. This is for fighting. This is for fun. So they're holding the gun and they're holding their crotch. As they're running and marching, like they're,
yeah.
like just the songs he sings and
Yeah.
stuff. Bro, that movie is awesome at the
I
beginning.
need to check it
The
out.
second half is good.
Yeah,
It's just like you came out the gate so strong, in my
Right.
opinion.
yeah.
It's so hard to top that.
yeah.
Like the rest of the movie is great.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It starts
If
high
it-
and ends low.
If it went the other way around,
yeah.
which is not possible, but if it was like that energy grows, then it would've
Perhaps
been like-
though that was the intention, maybe because in basic training, maybe you would relate to this. Is it more of a high with basic training, like the possibilities versus when you actually face combat?
Well, it would be different for me because this is like Vietnam, so a lot of it was draft. Like you didn't have
Right,
Same.
an option
right,
to go.
right.
You know,
So it
I
was more,
volunteered, but
yeah, of course, yeah,
you know,
right,
And I wasn't going to war right after it,
right,
so it's kind
sure,
of different, but
right,
I remember watching this in basic training.
yeah. I just wonder if it reflected how it kind of was like.
I would say so. A lot of like what I've heard from stories of, people
Sure.
who have been drafted, and
Yeah,
granted this is the Marine Corps, so it's
it's a little different.
different
Yeah,
from the Army, but
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's one I need to check out for sure. But
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
That's a great film.
but yeah, this Masters of the Air. It stars Austin Butler. He's done a few things.
Okay.
Elvis.
I haven't seen Elvis, but
Yeah.
I've seen
Oh,
the.
was the Elvis guy that he had to like.
Yeah, I think he's gotten rid of the voice finally. That was irritating me because on the red carpet and stuff when they're doing publicity for the Elvis movie, it sounded like fucking Elvis, and supposedly he worked so hard at it he couldn't shake it afterwards.
Ah.
There's been a few actors that have had to do that before. Like,
Yeah.
Gary Oldman. I want to say like he had to
Yeah.
retrain himself to have his natural accent.
Right.
When, I forget what movie.
Well, and then Johnny Depp, he
He's
did
such a
British and he
good
couldn't
actor.
turn it off.
That's funny you said Gary Old. I
Yeah.
watched a movie of him last night. One of my favorite movies, Leon the Professional.
I love that
I
movie.
freaking love that movie. I watched it last night. It was on Netflix. I was like, you know what? I've seen this in a long time. And I think this is appropriate. I'm going to find out. You guys will correct me if I'm wrong.
Maybe, we'll see.
I'm close in age with Natalie Portman. So at that age,
And she's
when I
single,
seen that movie,
so there you go.
No, at that time, at that age,
Yeah.
I'm only maybe 2 years older than her or something like that.
Yeah.
Had a crush on her.
Yeah.
So like when I watched the movie, the youthful version of me
Yes.
has a crush on
I
her.
get you. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like 'cause
Yeah.
I was just like, Matilda was awesome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was kind of weird because they had this Lolita kind of love story, but they
Yeah.
didn't do anything
You're right.
good. I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it was just weird in that, and I think that's what made it so captivating.
Is it actually there on screen, or is it kind of like our perverted minds would go there? Maybe a
She
little
says
bit?
that she loves him.
Okay,
She's like, I'm falling in love with you.
and she's a young girl, so
She's
she doesn't.
12.
Yeah. It's just like an idol when you're
Yeah.
a kid. Like I love.
No.
her or
She
him.
said, Leon, I think I'm falling in love with
Well,
you.
yeah, no, I get that, but yeah.
And he just spits up his milk.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, and there's like
Yeah.
parts of this movie where it goes further into it. Like nothing actually
Yeah.
physically happens
Yeah.
between the two of them, but
Right.
where it kind of goes deeper.
They push the boundaries without crossing the line. if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, I got you.
So like, and that's why it's like that movie gives me this weird feel. But
Yeah.
Gary Oldman in the movie is insane.
Yeah. I still need to see Sid and Nancy. He was in that. That's what really brought him.
Oh
into
yeah,
the
Sid and Nancy
mainstream.
because he Sid Vicious,
JFK. I know about JFK.
he nails Sid Vicious. If you know anything about the Sex Pistols, which is a famous punk rock
Yeah.
band out of England,
Yeah.
Sex Pistols, they were kind of revolutionary. They're kind of one of the first punk bands
Yeah.
ever,
Oh yeah.
if not the first.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that would really
Yep.
we would give the mantle of being the first punk band or something like that.
Right.
Sid Vicious, he nailed it. If you know Sid Vicious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know enough about Nancy outside of the movie.
Sure.
I just know that they had a crazy dynamic. They
Yep.
were like the Bonnie and Clyde of music.
Gotcha.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like the Bonnie and Clyde.
If you, I would compare it to, like we were talking about the Doors a little bit earlier.
Yep.
He does that role as well as Val Kilmer did Jim Morrison.
Nice. Nice.
So
Cool.
And The Doors is one of my favorite movies. I think I might own Sid and Nancy, or I did.
Yeah.
If I have it, I'll loan it to you. But
Sweet.
it's Gary's. They don't really focus on the band as much as they focus on him.
It's mostly about them.
Yeah, but
probably,
he
right?
did do a cover of "My Way" by Blue Eyes,
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
But he does it in a punk rock way.
Yeah. Interesting. I think
Yeah,
I might have
I think
heard
that's
that
one of
before.
Sid's famous
Yeah.
like songs and stuff like that.
Sure.
Guy could not play a lick,
yeah,
which made him so punk rock.
Right.
That's punk rock.
Right.
Like he could not play bass to save his life.
Yeah. Right.
Like you're probably better, or I'm better. He was trash. But that's punk rock.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, then Austin Butler, you could argue, is maybe. I think he's a pretty good actor. I've not seen Elvis, but his other stuff I've seen, I've been impressed
What
with.
other movies
And,
was he in?
let's see. He was in. He's in the new Dune movie coming out, Dune 2. I can't remember what I've seen of him, but
Is
also
he the main guy in
he's,
Dune?
he's not the main guy. He is he's a villain, I think, in that. And there's this one I wanted to talk about today, but table it for another time. The Bike Riders, I believe it's called. It almost looks like a prequel to Sons of Anarchy, but it's not related to that show. But it's him and Oh God, what's the other guy?
Charlie?
Bane, who played Bane?
Tom
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. It's him and Tom Hardy as bikers, and it's like set in
70s.
50s or 60s, maybe, or maybe 70. It could be. It looks really good, but from that,
Is it a movie or is it going to be a series?
It's a movie.
Awesome.
But when I shared it out on our group or page, I believe I said this should be the Sons of Anarchy prequel because it just kind of looked cool, like world building, and
No, I think I
Tom
saw
Hardy
it.
looks badass. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, he's got the physicality, I think, and yeah, just as long as he loses that Elvis voice, because it's like I don't want some pretentious actor like
Yeah.
I can't shake it. Like, God damn it, yes you can. Stop it.
It's hard though, man. Like
Not
I know
fucking Elvis.
What's his name had to do that?
Elvis wasn't Elvis.
Sacha Cobain.
Oh,
So Sacha Cobain, they said when he used to do
Talladega Nights or
no, when he did Ali G show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he would
Yeah.
have to stay in character for 30 days as Ali G.
Jesus.
Then he
Oh,
would have to
yeah.
stay in 30 days for Borat.
Yeah, right.
And then Bruno.
Yeah.
Because like they have to be in character to
Yeah.
keep those mannerisms and
Right.
what would this character do in these situations.
yeah,
I think what's his name? That's the method actors type
Yeah,
thing. But
yeah.
for a comedian, I think that's very unique.
yeah. And Elvis might have been the furthest he pushed himself, probably because it's such a huge character, and it's like you have to
it's
get,
very
you have to
unique
nail that, right?
personality.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis does that
Oh
very
Jesus.
well.
Yeah, he's retired now, supposedly. So
Right.
until he needs another
Well, after
Oscar
he played
for
the
his shelf.
Butcher, the Butcher is probably one of the
Jesus.
best villains in
Oh man, that's
film
brutal.
ever.
Yeah.
I dig the Butcher. So yeah, after that I was like, okay, you don't have to do
Put that Thanksgiving mask on him. That's the character right there.
it. He does
Fucking
look like the Butcher.
brutal. Jesus, that guy. Also, I'm gonna botch his name. That's what I do. Barry Keoghan. He was in The Green Knight and Dunkirk. He was also Joker in the Batman. We didn't get to quite see his whole face, but
Oh, that guy. I know what you're talking about.
you know what I'm talking about
Yeah,
now,
he was
right?
in Eternals.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. He's one of the Eternals.
Yeah,
One of the
he's-
5,000 Eternals.
Yeah, Dunkirk, he didn't have too much to do, and his character ended tragically. But that's the first time I think I saw him on screen. I was like, "Oh, who's this guy?" So he's also in this series. But yeah, he's a hell of an actor. I like him a lot. His Joker's very grotesque, and if it was like a film later on in this new Batman Matt Reeves thing, I would welcome the Joker back. But I think we've had so much. We're done with the Joker. I think we're
I
just.
want to be done with
You got Joaquin Phoenix even doing it now. It's like an overload all over again.
He's Arthur Fleck.
Yeah, it's true.
Arthur Fleck's his own little entity.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you could
They
argue
call
that
that
for
DC
sure.
Elseworld.
Yes.
Arthur
Thankfully,
Fleck
they're
is-
doing that now. Yeah.
Because to me, Arthur Fleck cannot be the Joker. It's just, he can't. Even
Yeah.
in the movie, Bruce Wayne is like 10, 11 years old.
Well,
so
yeah,
by the time, and Arthur Fleck is in his 40s.
yeah.
So by the time they would even meet up and,
Well,
he's
and they
gonna do the-
insinuate they're brothers, possible brothers. Tom
That's-
Wayne
that's
had an
another storyline
affair.
of
That's
the comics.
fucking crazy. Yeah.
But he's just not. I think he's the guy
Yeah.
who inspires the guy that becomes the Joker.
Maybe,
as
yeah.
well.
Of course, you got the Harley Quinn angle coming
Yeah.
for the next film, which
Yeah, it's
I'm
supposed to be a
okay with their
musical.
own universe. I think
It's
it's
supposed to be a musical.
hey, Lady Gaga's in it. She
I
could
don't
she could
want
do
a
it.
musical.
I know.
Yeah.
I take the Joker thing very serious. Joker's
I got
my
you.
favorite
I
character of all
get
cinema.
that.
Yeah,
Totally.
it is ballsy, and their first film was ballsy, and I don't think they ever planned to make another one. Well, it was a knockoff of Martin Scorsese's Best of, pretty much, right?
Well, it's Taxi Driver.
And King of Comedy, I've heard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little bit of that, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's meant to be taken serious.
yeah.
Like,
Made $1 billion.
saying-
It was like very low budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
here's my
Of course, it's gonna make another one, right?
situation. Here's my dream situation for the Joker. My dream situation. Somehow, Warner Brothers sells the rights of the Snyderverse to Netflix. Let's Zack Snyder finish
Yeah.
his little trilogy or whatever. Make it like a series, like you did your version of
Yeah.
Snyderverse,
Right.
and then like let Leto do it another time. Like Leto in the Snyderverse, I like that Joker. Him in Suicide Squads, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like that. But him in the Snyderverse, like we never got to see Ben Affleck as Batman on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see Jared Leto's character, if you did a flashback of him beating Jason Todd, because you see the suit of Robin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he beat Jason Todd. So you could bring in the Red Hood. You could do all kinds of stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Like
They could have.
yeah, because they could do the Red Hood.
Yeah.
Because like you have that whole scene with Leto with a crowbar. And like you don't have to show every little detail,
right.
but it's implied what he did to Robin. And you got a young Robin. Oh man, you know how many people would go and see that?
Yeah.
Like
Well, that's the thing. That's with the air cut. There was so much on the cutting room floor of Leto's performance. Like what we got is just a Frankenstein creation of what he did. It's not exactly what he did.
He said he did over an hour and a half worth of material.
Like they did equivalent of a Joker movie, pretty much, of what they filmed of it. And he was mad afterwards, he said. And obviously I know that because he just got off winning the Oscar. And it's like, there's no way he signed on to do what he did in the version we saw.
Right.
You know, it was just too hokey, and that movie's such a fucked up,
and they
but it's still kind of enjoyable in a way. But
and Margot Robbie, let's be real.
Oh, she's great.
You probably have like, I'm just realistic about things.
She's kind of pretty
with her, and I'm a Gal Gadot guy.
Yeah,
Gal Gadot. Oh, that's a lovely lady.
Yes.
Wonder Woman, lasso me. Anyways, anytime, I'll tell you the truth.
She's like, give me back the lasso.
No,
It's like, no, pull it tighter.
the truth. You know the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I don't want to give it back. You know I don't want to give it back.
I don't have a secret word.
There's no safe words with me. I like Amazons. No, I think if they only have so much time with her because she's not getting younger.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Both of them. So if they did that Ben Affleck, Batfleck, is that what they call it?
Yeah. That's
Batfleck movie.
Yeah.
They can
Fans
still do
call
it. I don't understand why they don't do it. Like James Gunn, he has this thing called Elseworld. So they're doing this thing called Elseworld. So they got Elseworld. You could do your Snyderverse. You can do everything like that, and it's marketed that way. The Batman that you have over here, and then I guess your chronological canon for what you're rebooting and whatever, blah blah. And then that way, I think he messed up when he dropped Cavill. That's where he messed up.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, there was so much I imagined for Affleck and what they could have done. It's a real missed opportunity, that's for sure. And I mean, when that first Suicide Squad trailer dropped and the Batman vs Superman, I was so pumped because it really felt like, wow, we're gonna get something special. And Warner Brothers just took a shit all over it.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to Josh.
Oh, what?
The very first episode that I ever did of Field of Geeks, very first episode, I'm saying this on camera, I had like a 5-minute rant about Henry Cavill's Superman, and I wasn't happy with him at the time.
Ooh, I should clip that. Put it out there.
Yeah,
And then clip this with it.
I retract everything I said.
I don't even remember.
Oh, I remember it like yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, and
I remember we went on so many tangents. I recorded for 4 hours that day. I mean, I had to make a 2-parter.
Yeah, it was. I said, well,
everyone's like, we're going to bed.
He's a Superman. He's a Superman that didn't smile. That's what bothered me.
Right. He never got the opportunity though to really. I think they were getting there.
Yeah,
but
that's what
they're
I'm saying.
building
like,
the ground,
the progression.
Yeah.
Because when I did make him smile in the Josh Whedon, version, I was like, I effed up.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want this guy smile.
Even though that was like an overcorrection, I felt it's like I didn't feel like that was earned yet. Like you went from this Superman to hi, and cracking jokes and shit. Like we would get there, but we got there too quickly. I thought, for like it wasn't quite developed yet. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Christopher Reeves to me is still the GOAT of Superman.
Yeah.
Like I mean, he was the first. He's the first in cinema, not the first on film, not the first on like television.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 1940s, I think, or something.
You had serials before that.
Yeah,
and he was animated when he flew.
Yeah, it's just and you just shoot a city. You're like
Live action guy goes behind the truck, and then this
no wires needed, guys. No wires needed.
They're not gonna know the difference.
But in that time period, that was like revolutionary to those kids at that time period. Yeah. But
of course.
I want to say yes. Henry is number 2. The guy from was it Clark and Lois?
Oh,
Dean Cain.
yeah.
Not Dean Cain. The
new one?
The new
Oh, Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
No, you're
That one right there.
Yeah.
That guy's awesome. Dean Cain's top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dean Cain's top 5.
Would you say he's the Adam West version of Superman? He wasn't, was he?
Dean Cain.
Some of his mannerisms, and he's kind of squeaky clean. I don't know. I mean, no, I'm not saying he's like
Superman should
bad
be-
acting or anything.
Who was the guy that was in Superman? Like the one guy that stops the plane from crashing.
Oh, Brandon Roth, the Iowa's own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's from Iowa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Norwalk. Same class as Jason Momoa. So
I like him. He's got vegan powers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I like him. And that's a Scott Pilgrim
God, I love that.
reference. I freaking love that movie. This is so good.
yeah.
Like they can't do a part. I don't know what they can do with it. I just love Scott Pilgrim.
Well, did the comics go on from that? It's based off. No, it's a game or a comic. It's based off
It's
of.
a little bit of both.
Like a graphic novel.
Okay. Did it go? I wonder if it went.
But they had a
further.
video game of it that's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
But it's like a universe
Yeah.
where everything's like you're living in a video game.
Right. Yeah. No,
So to speak.
I dug it. Yeah. I think I own that one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I do.
But vegan.
Edgar Wright's
If you're
great.
vegan in Scott Pilgrim's universe, you have.
What do you eat?
You're just
Psycho-
better than everyone.
Yeah. He has to be a vegan. He cannot be a vegetarian.
Right, but didn't they give him something he ate and he didn't know, and then he
He
poofed?
drank milk.
Oh,
It was a soy milk.
Yeah.
Oh,
He put a half and half in both.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, because when they had the vegan police come,
That's right.
he says something. He's like,
It's like,
"That's eggs and milk, bitch."
Is Nathan Fillion one of them?
Don't I get 3 strikes?
They tracked it down and they got like vegan powers with their finger,
Yeah.
so they could shoot you with. They could just zap you away from your powers.
You make me want to watch that again.
Oh, I
I'd
own
love
it.
to do a commentary on it.
Oh, I love that movie.
Well, we should. I mean,
Yes.
it's usually fun to make fun of a crappy film, but we
Knives
could.
Chow. Kid crush. Another crush. She was 18.
She was 18. She was 18,
Wait.
people.
She played somebody.
Fact police. Hey.
She was turning 18.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about Scott Pilgrim, I'm going to say that real fast.
Yeah.
Everybody in that movie, no one is under the age of 15 and no one's older than the age of 30.
Yeah.
There's no parents in that universe.
Oh.
You never see. He says, "You want to see the house I grew up in?" And he just shows the house. You never have an interaction
There it is.
with.
Is that from the graphic novel, too?
I don't know. I just noticed that there's no adults
You're right, from my
outside of
recollection.
no
Yeah.
one. Everyone's under the age of 30. Everyone's under the age of 30. I would say Knives Chow is the youngest, and she's 17.
Is there a
Right,
theory in this world that all the parents are dead or something?
Parents don't game.
Yeah.
His sister works at Starbucks.
Yeah.
He's 22, so
Screw there. I don't
They're
see any.
there's no adults.
Man, I never noticed that before.
I had noticed that out the gate. Like the second time I watched it, I was like, there's no interaction with anyone outside.
That's
they,
true, there's, like,
Because they give
no
you everyone's
adults in it.
age when they introduce them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they'll say, this guy's 22, this guy's 23. So everybody in this band, even Ned, the guy, the backup bassist, their friend, he's 19.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like no one's really over the age of even G-Man Gillian or whatever. He's 28, I think. 29.
Wait, what about the production assistants on the film Chris Evans' character does?
Yeah, he's still in his 20s.
Right, but what about... but there are adults then. There are older people,
They
right?
don't show 'em.
The production, though?
They
They
don't
don't
show
show
him.
them.
The behind-the-scenes crew of
They don't show
the...
him. Even his doubles are in their 20s.
Oh, interesting.
There's no one. They don't show him. Macaulay Culkin's brother,
Yeah, Kieran?
Yeah.
It kills it.
Culkin's in it.
he kills it.
He's in Billion... Oh, wait, not Billions. What's the show he was in that's very popular right now? Is it Billions? I don't know. But
Yeah,
anyway.
he's Scott Pilgrim's gay roommate.
Yep.
And like,
It was-
it's a pretty awesome movie. I'm sorry, I love that movie.
Right.
I'll shut up. But
Well,
how
speaking
did we
of...
get on there?
I could trace it back.
A certain character or
I'm not
something.
sure how we got this.
But speaking of gay, I am happy that we got a new RoboCop game.
What am I supposed to do with that, John?
Supposed to be a segue.
I'm trying to think.
The happy version.
Good God.
What are you guys doing later?
Is it like an RPG or is it?
No, so it's going to be a first-person shooter.
Ooh.
But, of course, RoboCop doesn't like run and like jump over shit. And
Is it classic RoboCop?
yeah.
Yep.
So
Yes.
Peter Weller, I believe, is voicing RoboCop in this.
Yes.
Sweet.
It's going to have like kind of the same
Drop it.
mannerisms, look, and all that stuff.
Yep.
Got a IGN put out a 23-minute gameplay trailer.
Yeah, I'll send you that link.
I'm game.
It's awesome.
So
I'm not even a gamer, but I'm interested.
I like
think-
watching, right? Yeah.
So I don't think this is like meant to appeal to like Call of Duty players.
Right.
It's more to appeal to fans of RoboCop.
Yeah, the graphics. I mean, the graphics are good. They're just not.
They're-
They're not pinnacle, right?
You know what? I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too.
And of course,
I would
this
buy
is,
it.
You know,
Yeah.
they haven't even done beta testing.
True.
of this yet,
True.
So
true. This could be
it
just
could improve,
Yeah, I still
whatever.
dug it. Yeah, I'm down.
But like the heads-up display, like highlighting all the
Yeah.
people, you can like shoot through shit.
He punches people and their heads explode.
That is awesome.
So one of my favorite, and this is what I love about whoever does the gameplay
Blade.
stuff for IGN.
Yeah.
Is that they do stuff that I would do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I wonder if I can do this in it. So like you can grab people by the throat and like basically hold them up as like a human shield.
Okay.
So he's like in this skyscraper where there's a hostage situation going on. Picks up one of the guys, takes him to the window, and just chucks him out of it. And he goes crashing through the window and just like.
Doesn't he still try to target him to shoot him as he's falling? I thought there was.
I don't know if he targets him or not, but like
The gun was out. He's like,
it's
like a double
In the
kill.
game?
So this is. You brought up Nuke earlier.
Oh yeah.
It's
Nuke
back.
is in it.
Yes.
I don't know like what if it's gonna go in line with the films
Right.
or if it's just like kind of its own separate thing. But like Lewis is his partner again in it,
okay.
which is great.
I like to think it's 3. It's the true third film.
Lewis and Murphy.
If
I
we
wanna-
get
yeah, I want to say this would be like the true third.
Yeah, because Lewis died in 3. You never saw 3, so you.
I
you know.
will never watch that movie. I
So,
refuse to.
But he's got a jetpack.
I can watch the highlights.
So does Boba Fett, and he got taken out like a bitch in Return of the Jedi.
We can't.
Doesn't mean he's good.
I cannot tarnish it. I will say this. Though.
I am kidding. Okay, I'm
And-
not a big RoboCop 3 lover.
Let me tell you
but I
something
do
about
like the
RoboCop
jetpack.
that a lot of
It's
people
cool
don't
look.
know about RoboCop. It is a Western.
It is.
The first RoboCop is a Western.
Guns.
Even when he rides in his car, it's dun 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 dun.
That score is.
He's a
That's what I
gunslinger.
love.
He's a
Love that fucking
gunslinger.
score.
He
Yeah.
he gets revenge. It's my second favorite Western. Tombstone's my favorite.
That's what I love about this trailer, is that it's got the like background music from the RoboCop films.
Yes,
Yes.
it's so powerful. His
So-
gameplay, your gameplay, it's going off, right?
So
yeah,
normally I will be the first to admit this. When I boot up a new game to play it, the
Yeah.
first thing I do is take that music slider and all the way to the end,
really.
because I don't want to hear shitty music while I'm like trying to immerse myself
Yeah.
in the game.
Makes sense.
But this,
Yeah,
I'm going to keep the music on full volume because it's
That's
like
a
the score right from the
fucking
movie.
great score. I don't know who did it. I should have looked that up for the show, but God, it's good. That's a
but,
good score.
Like talking about for RoboCop.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
One thing
very
they're gonna
good.
do with this is, of course, every game they come out with, there's like skins to unlock and stuff like that.
yep,
So like you're gonna get the trailer shows the more like gray one from RoboCop 1.
yep,
The kind of like bluish, like prismy one from the second movie.
yep.
Is going to be in there. The battle damaged one with like the
Yep.
half the mask missing or
Yep.
whatever is going to be in it. The premise of this kind of seems to be like he's still dealing with his identity.
Yeah,
He's
there's some
still getting,
trippy
like,
shit in
flashes
it.
of his
Yeah.
memory in there.
Yep.
So it looks really good. I can't wait to play it.
Right.
I'm gonna have to get a PS5 to play it, but that's okay.
Oh, it's just gonna be for 5, huh?
I think it's gonna be just for the next gen.
Well, shit.
I want it. I want the game.
I will say this. I mean, you'll see it from the footage. It's out there. But yeah, there's a scene where they're in an elevator and they're watching like an average. No, they're watching the it kind of deals with why they're there. But anyway, when that image stops playing, there's a reflection, and it's Murphy he sees and Lewis, and so he's like, it's like fucking with his head. You remember that part? Yeah. So I was like, whoa, what is this? I mean, did he get some nuke or?
And then and also
It's cool. I like it.
Also in RoboCop, the guy from That 70s Show.
Yes, Clarence Boddicker.
Clarence. One of the best villains ever, with one of the best villain crews ever.
Yes.
Like,
nails
it. Like just like teetering off on that, like, like mustache twirling kind of thing, but like executed very well, just wants wealth, money, and power. One of the best villains and villain crews I've ever seen in film.
Agreed.
And they were brutal on how they took him out too. Like, if you guys,
I about threw up. I remember I was eating something, watching it at my dad's house, and I about threw up when he got shoved into the neck.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about how they took out Murphy.
Oh, well, that was bad too.
Just shot him up, and then like,
the director's cut's even more grotesque. They released that I have on the DVD.
Oh yeah,
there's actually they actually show them arm blowing up like.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't know that there was a version without it.
It's the hand, because they cut away and you still see blood and stuff.
No, you see it blow up.
Do you in the original film though?
The one that I saw as a kid.
Well, anyway, what I saw went further. It went further, so it's
because it's Clarence who shoots him in the hand.
That scene still gets me. I mean, it's still horrific. I mean, like you think after watching it so many times, you get down.
Think of the layers. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
it's all good. We're all going crazy.
My favorite, still to this day, from the first RoboCop movie, my favorite death in that entire movie is the toxic waste going through the truck.
Oh, brutal! Awesome! And he's like, "Get off me, man!" His voice like
that made me sick too. I was like,
"Oh, hits him with the car, and it's just like greenish orange sludge all over the windshield."
And think about it, dude. Like the layer of villains they had in that movie. They had Dick. Dick was the main villain.
Yep.
And then OCP is kind of like a villain corporation.
Right, the old man. He's kind of like
he's not like,
is
good
he good
dude.
or bad? Yeah. But at the end you kind of think maybe he's got some good in him, but the second one they totally go like, no, he's just like Dick Jones.
Yeah. He's just and I'm saying like even the guy that created RoboCop
is a
the
dick.
Guy, you could say his father.
Yeah.
He was still going after power.
Yep.
And he's like, cut off his hand, like don't save anything, like he's
right. We saved the left arm or whatever,
and he's got like 2 girls and cocaine and
which to jump forward in the Joel Kinnaman one, they did save his arm, didn't they? And they kept it. I think it was just
that's just his hand, his heart.
So that was kind of like
his mind.
That scene where they take all of it away.
Yeah, they showed this is all you.
That
really
was the benefit of modern technology or modern special effects, you know. But still, this first one's a classic.
The whole first one is just so.
It could have had many films, and they did do. I don't know if you ever saw RoboCop Prime Directive. They did those films after after RoboCop 3, and they dumbed them down a little bit to like PG-13 level. Then they had the series. There was a RoboCop series on
I remember that,
Fox.
Yeah.
And then down the road, these were like direct to video, but they went back to very serious, violent, basically mimicking the first and second one. And they were called RoboCop Prime Directives, and there was like maybe 4 films, just TV versions. But there was kind of some cool concepts. Obviously, Weller did not come back, but you can never. Every actor they got after Weller just looks terrible with that bald, cap and everything when the mask is off, right? Because 3 you could kind of be fooled a little bit, but when that mask comes off, you're like, who is this goofy looking dude?
Yeah, that's an interesting thing.
Weller, man, I mean, that whole movie was like Weller had to get he made that up, like how he moved and stuff, because it was restricting the costume, and Weller was skinny dude, so luckily he put some bulk on him.
His acting alone made it, because there were times where he just like how RoboCop would move. He had to do all that. He was improvising, and they were showing. I remember this guy who was watched this video and he's breaking it down. He found a way to make emotion come from a character that has no emotion. Yeah. Like you can feel it. Like in the second movie where they're saying he's traumatizing his wife. Yeah. And she comes and he's like, touch me. Yep. Yeah. And then he's like cold. He goes, they did this to honor him.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
that, but it was chilling, you know,
Right.
like for her.
But
and me, I'm like, dang, that is heavy.
if he hadn't gotten that pep talk from her lawyer ahead of time, I wonder what that scene would have been like after that.
Oh, well, he kept, remember, he was arguing with the programming.
Yeah.
They kept typing.
Yeah.
Had to keep typing. No, that's
That
later.
was after
That's
they
the chick.
rebooted
That's the
him,
chick.
right?
Yeah, she kept
Yeah.
fighting. He kept fighting him.
Because she rebooted him to like play school mode or something,
Yeah.
where he was just like, "Thank
Boys
you
and
for
girls.
not smoking." He shoots
Yeah,
that
because
guy
those are criminal
around.
kids. I
Yeah,
remember being young and watching
Jesus, that was brutal as fuck. The baseball team.
Yeah. They beat up the old dude.
Yeah, they're hitting
Yeah.
it. It's like, get off me, you little bastard.
And I think RoboCop took out the coach.
Yeah, he did. And then he read him his Miranda
Yeah,
rights.
he's talking to the. He's
Like,
talking-
you have the right to
No,
attorney.
Lewis
He's
took
like-
out the coach.
Like, oh, okay, yeah,
Lewis
yeah.
took out the coach.
And Robo was like, you
he's
have the
talking
right
to
to
the corpse.
remain silent. And he's
And
like,
she's like, Murphy,
Having trouble.
you're talking to a
I'm
corpse.
having trouble. Yeah, you exactly know.
Then he did a poem, remember? He did a
Yes.
poem. Yeah.
Like we
And all the kids just take off. So he had to shock himself.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which was cool because they're basically talking like he's in the room, but they don't think he's really comprehending. And that one cop or scientist or whatever was like,
Yeah.
you would need like
So much power.
yeah. And he just like unplugs, gets up, and just starts marching. Like he just,
that's my
that
guy.
was, goddamn, I'm gonna watch that too. Fuck.
That's my guy. I love
shit.
that movie. I love both 1 and
But
2.
he's, yeah. Well, and what
Great.
also sucks is, okay, Neil Blomkamp, I think it's his name. He just did Gran Turismo, which I did not see. I heard it was pretty good. He did District 9,
okay.
and he had an aliens idea to resurrect. Basically, they would ignore 3 and on, and they would resurrect Michael Bihn's character and so on. But he also was going to do a RoboCop 3, a true RoboCop 3, and bring Weller back, and it would be a continuation of what was set up. But it all got derailed, and it's not happening. But
Right.
I'm glad we have this game.
Yeah.
And the Mortal Kombat skins were probably the first tease of what it could be like to
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
those games are I don't know if you've seen the Mortal Kombat, like they have Rambo in there, they have Terminator,
Oh yeah, they got Rambo.
those
Terminator,
are
they got
fun
Spawn.
to watch, and they get grotesque with Murphy. I mean, they're pulling his head off and shit, and his spine, and it's like, Jesus Christ, many.
RoboCop goes. I mean, Mortal Kombat goes in. Man.
It does, man. It does.
it goes
But this game, I'm looking forward to it, and if I have to get a 5, I guess I'll.
You're making a non-game.
I guess I'll-
Sure, don't 100%
Yeah.
on that, but I'm pretty sure like the way a lot of things are
Yeah.
going now,
Yep.
they're not even
Right.
bothering with like previous gen.
Okay. Well, here's my tease for TSU's The Purge. If The Purge happens, I'm not going to kill anybody. I'm just going to stick your PlayStation 5 to play RoboCop for 11 hours or whatever it is, and then I'll bring it back. So,
Man.
yeah. He'll probably shoot me in the head for it. I'll be like sneaking out the door, boom.
There you go.
But then he'll read me my rights, right?
Yeah. You have the right to remain silent.
Interesting.
No, but this looks good. I'm excited about it. So
Me too.
Yeah, the gameplay is awesome. Yeah, I'll send you the link. It's at 23 minutes or so. It's fun. It's like the first part of the game, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just have fun as RoboCop. You just boom,
Interesting.
pick up other weapons. Yeah, maybe we'll get the jetpack. It'll finally be the time.
Josh, if that's part of the DLC, I'm making you pay for it. I'm not buying the damn jetpack.
It would be that actor's face and everything.
Oh,
I don't respect the
I-
jetpack RoboCop.
You remember the figures, right? With the caps.
Oh, yeah.
You'd load.
oh yeah.
Yeah, isn't that funny? We grew up in a time we had rated R movies, figures
I
from
can't
those
go
movies.
Buy cap guns from like you could buy those from like convenience stores.
Yeah,
You can't buy that, and like they look exactly like revolvers.
yeah,
I wonder.
Imagine that shit.
I was thinking
Yeah.
that just a moment ago. What you just said.
yeah.
I don't know if a lot of movie creators consider our demographic.
No,
30,
because
35 to, I'm going to say 35 to 50 now,
yeah,
right?
they don't, because most studio heads are just business guys or analysts. They
But
don't know
we-
shit about
We're
cinema.
the top consumers.
Yeah.
I mean, ladies, they're going to buy more items of clothing, makeup, stuff like
Yeah.
That's just, we know that from just sales. We're the ones that are going to buy the paraphernalia. We're the ones that are going to buy. I'm like,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, there's none. You could take these characters like RoboCop.
Yeah.
You could take some of these characters like a Superman, like a Batman, and make it more adult approval.
Yeah.
And you'll get Joker proved that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you can make it, and we will come out for it.
Yeah.
And then we'll teach our young, hey, this
Yeah.
is what,
Yeah.
as you come of age, this is what I'm into, and here's the history of this character or that character. I'm just surprised that no one's really marketing strongly to that demographic.
So I think they're too focused on trying to bring everybody in instead of like just directly targeting, which I think they could do. They could do both. Maybe that's something they should change.
I think it would just draw them in. A good film is a good film.
True. Yeah, you hit them where it hurts though. The big bucks. Like, don't go see shit if it's gonna be shit.
That's,
and
as much as I loved like Avengers and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
I think those movies really ruined movie going or movie making.
over time.
I want to say,
Yeah.
because there's so many. Everybody wants to produce that next $1 billion movie.
Yeah.
They want to.
It did.
You know,
It
it's
ruined
like,
it.
But
you
I-
don't need. Just try and make a good movie. Who gives a shit how much money it makes?
Yeah.
As long as you make back your budget, you're good. Everybody
then that-
on that.
Yeah. And that's the other problem. They poured so much into it, expecting $1 billion, and it's like you should never do that. Like, an analyst dude would tell you like, no, we don't do that.
But they have the formula. Heck, they created the formula. The formula to me is this. I've invested X amount of movies
Yeah.
to this grand finale
Yeah.
of Infinity War Endgame, where the anticipation, I don't think Infinity War directly was $1 billion movie. I think it became one if it did.
I think they both.
But I don't think in the first year, I don't think it was considered. I know Endgame is technically the biggest selling movie of all time.
I think $2 billion it made. Endgame
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Endgame was massive.
When you refer to
but it
budget
was
and
off
everything,
the
too.
coattails of Infinity War.
Yeah.
But then they snuck in Captain Marvel in there, which I never saw.
Yeah.
So,
You're not missing much. Yeah.
I
Right.
Carol Danvers. Anyways, yeah, I'm saying like I think they have the formula. They just don't want to put in the time. You don't need a bunch of TV shows. Have Loki does well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed WandaVision, believe it or not.
I did
I did
too.
too.
It got rocky towards the end, I think, but the payoff's always rocky because it's very hard to set these ideas up and then execute the
I don't
the
think
finale.
they needed a bunch of different shows. I think they needed 2 or 3 shows.
Yeah.
And then cameo
Yeah.
the other characters within that. Like they had the right idea with
Yeah.
Shield
Yeah.
back in the day. They had the right idea because then it's like I can bring in this character, I can bring in
Yeah.
this character, and then like if there's more people drawn to, I think quality over quantity is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, I get it.
It's too much. It's too much.
That's how Blumhouse does it. They do their movies cheap, and so they're gonna make the money back either way. I mean, for the most part, and so they just gotta do that again. I think that's what the new DC films are gonna be doing with Gunn. I think they're gonna be safer. I imagine.
Gunn's having problems right now, man. He's pissing a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent about that. I think he makes good films.
I like his films too, but I think because the thing is, Feige doesn't direct films or write films. He just oversees things, and you bring in Gunn, who kind of has his foot in those other things, and it's like, wait a minute, you're gonna be calling the shots now too with like other filmmakers. Like, how much will they be able to do? Are you gonna? Yeah, so I get all that, and I give him a shot until I see Superman Legacy. That'll be the first thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
his first.
Yep.
But where he messed up recently is they had found some old tweets of him saying
Yeah.
the Tim Burton
Yeah.
Batman, and like, bro, there's some people who are hardcore about the Tim Burton Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I'm
Present company.
I like the
Yeah.
movies. I'm Bell. I think everyone's got their Batman. Keaton's
Which Bale
awesome.
though? Because you could argue that Begins is a very different world than the 2 Dark Knight films that followed.
I Begins in Dark Knight for me.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises is fine.
Yeah, it's got problems.
Out of the 3,
Yeah.
like Dark Knight Rises.
I like the world more in Begins though.
Dark Knight
it was
is
more
my-
removed from our world, and the second one was more
Yeah.
gritty, like Michael Mann Heat type setting. on the streets that
Well,
we were
to
familiar
me,
with.
that's my favorite comic book movie of all time.
Dark Knight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
to
good.
me, but
But not favorite Batman film, perhaps, right? It's kind
No,
of
it's my favorite comic book movie.
right. Yeah,
Infinity War is number 2
yeah. That's
because it's like, those two movies embody everything I want out of those characters. and
Yeah.
out of those films.
I loved how safe they played Ragnarok. Like the stakes didn't feel high. Everything felt like, lolly-da, happily ever after. Opening Infinity War, they chucked that shit out the window and they fucking choked Loki to death.
The problem with the good thing about Ragnarok is this:
the credits.
they made Thor likable again because Thor was too serious.
Yeah,
All right, and
it's a balance. It's a balance. Yeah.
But then what
They went
happened
too
when they
silly.
did Love and Thunder?
Yeah.
They made him too silly.
Yeah, it was a Monty Python film. That's what
Yeah,
it was.
It was.
They
Their version of
overdid it,
Thor,
so they
yeah.
need to find a balance because Thor, he should be like the most known Avenger in my opinion. He's the most badass Avenger next
Yeah.
to the Hulk.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much you could have did with Thor,
yeah.
and like you made him. He's always finding himself.
Well, he's in
When has
charge
he
of
found himself?
galaxies, right? That's
He's
what the whole
1,500 years
the whole-
old.
Yeah,
He should know who he is.
yeah,
by now.
right.
You're treating him like a child, even when Odin sent him down here.
Yeah.
He's still like over 1,500 years old. Like,
Right.
yeah, bro, you should have figured it yourself out by now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this should have been year
Right.
20,
Right.
year 30 for you. You know,
Yeah.
so I don't know. They don't know what to do with Thor, and I just think they just did a clean slate of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's the guys who did Infinity or Endgame, the brothers.
Russo brothers.
Yes.
Russo brothers.
Thank you. Yep.
They should be running it kind of like.
Well, they have made a few projects outside of all that and have not really been successful. So I think they would love to come back too and help out. Yeah,
I think if Feige just said, "Hey, you guys,
you need to go
run things,"
back to what worked. They need to, and I think even Hemsworth has said, if they do another Thor, he wants it to be a little bit more serious and how it got. And I think everyone has, I think, in my opinion, a poor taste with Taika Waititi now. He was like hot shit, and then Ragnarok was like, okay, it was kind of your own, but you kind of did it, so cool, we'll give you a
Ragnarok
pass.
was good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And then Love and Thunder was like, dude, you just went full Tim Burton Batman Returns. Like, you just did whatever the fuck you wanted to do. You did not care about really the character. It was your version, basically, of, and it was a Monty Python-esque.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely could have just been, it was just, yeah. Like, it's hard to tell that from the stage play within those movies, with Matt Damon and whoever played,
They fumbled the ball a little bit.
yeah, they did, yeah.
What's so like the Mandarin? They could have really did good with Tony Stark's with the Mandarin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They did
So,
fix
like,
it, though.
They did
In that
but-
one shot, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they did the
That
they
was
did the
cool.
short.
Yep. And then
But, dude,
Shang-Chi
Kingsley,
further.
the way they presented him,
I know.
I was like,
Yeah.
the Mandarin is this dark. Oh, they had him.
Bin Laden
They didn't need to do all this
character.
extra with
Yeah.
extremists.
It was
It would have been.
it was a cool twist, but
if
I
they
don't know.
went semi-serious,
Yeah.
if they went with a Winter Soldier kind of energy
yeah.
into that with the Mandarin and
Yeah.
took it serious.
Yeah.
I think that what's that? That was 3, right? That was Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The extremist.
Yep.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
'Cause, there is a comic book issue of the extremist virus or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever. So yeah, I'm saying like the Mandarin, they nailed it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have just kept him.
Yeah.
And the way he talked and everything like that. It was kind of frightening when I saw
You'll
the trailer.
never see me coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
They and then have
Hello,
him in search
I'm
of the rings.
Trevor. When he gets discovered.
Yes,
Yeah.
they
I
made
got a
him,
boat.
they made him like a butt of the joke. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I'm like, nah, man, he could have had him in search of the rings, or he may have had a couple of the rings in possession.
In the end, though, he did because Shang-Chi.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they made him on his wrist.
Right.
No, the rings.
Right.
Like
Right.
Yeah.
the real Mandarin. But I know what they were trying to avoid
Yeah. Yeah.
is mixing it up with the Infinity Stones.
Yeah. Right.
That I get that part. But at the same time, you don't have to make it as powerful as the
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
And so like basically that's the deal. You had magic versus science.
Yeah.
with Tony Stark, and
Right.
Iron Man.
And they did set up the rings in the first, like that bald dude in the first Iron Man. Like,
Yeah.
I loved him. He was also in Star Trek.
10 rings.
I wish I could have seen more of him, but yeah, they did set that up. And then, I'm glad they did retcon it though. I mean, it might not have been perfection, but I do like that it really is a Mandarin. It's not this buffoon, it's just an actor they got to like, portray him in a different light. But yeah, there's so much they need to do, and I feel the same in a way about Star Wars, which we're going to get into reviews and recommendations. Ahsoka, you lead, and I'll follow. I'll be the buzzkill. No, I'm kidding. I'm snobby, I guess. I don't know what's wrong with me.
So, I'm not a big fan of the prequel stuff, as I've kind of brought up before, but
Yeah.
this is... I just finished up watching the last episode of Ahsoka. Mm-hmm. I think it just premiered this past week, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
I don't know.
It's like Thursday or something. But
Wednesday or Thursday, something like that.
I've watched every one, the day they come out pretty much, so
initially,
I still show up.
there were some things that I could like apart about it. But
Right.
I loved it.
Good.
Absolutely loved it. Of course, Mandalorian's always going to be my favorite series that they've put out so far.
Yeah. And you're still liking that, even through
Very
third
much
season?
so.
Okay.
Very much so. Andor. Loved Andor.
I heard good things about Andor.
Yeah. Brutally serious, that show is,
Yes,
isn't it? Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Ahsoka, I love what they've done with it. I had never watched the Clone Wars, Rebels, anything like that, and I still liked it.
Yeah.
Now that I have seen Ahsoka, though, they have if you go into Disney Plus, they have like an essential Ahsoka playlist.
Yeah.
And I have been going through that, which kind of gives you some of the backstory thing.
That would probably help me. Yeah.
It also reinforces why I hate the prequels, because they have to connect fucking everything, and I hate it. There's one episode where she runs into Chewbacca randomly. So that kind of shit, like...
Yeah, I hate that. Rogue One ruined that, too, when they bumped into the bar guys. Like, really?
But anyway,
Yeah.
regardless, the thing that I've gotten so sick of with Star Wars is going to Tatooine and having the Jedi be involved.
Yeah.
And I think Ahsoka's about as far from the Jedi as you can get.
Yeah.
I do like the choreography they've had in it. Ray Stevenson, super sad that he's passed away now, because
Hell of an actor.
he stole the show.
Yep.
in
He's
this.
one of the Warriors 3 and 4
I know
films.
Is.
Yeah, okay.
He's a great actor.
Punisher.
He was the Punisher.
Yep.
He made a tremendous impact on this show.
Agreed.
The cast in general, like, everyone did a really good job. I was kind of like, about Thrawn at first.
Yes.
When
They said he's the big villain.
he is
The blue guy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But the subsequent episodes after they introduced him,
Yep.
and they actually got to let him, do his thing.
Yeah.
Amazing. He's Matt Mikkelsen's older brother.
Yep. Yep.
I forget what the guy's actual name is.
And I wonder, I think it's
Actor's
Bob.
name is-
Bob Mickelson.
Yeah, Bob Mikkelsen.
No,
Robert.
I wonder, maybe you know more about this, his makeup. Did he actually get blue face, or it kind of looks like it could be either or?
I think that's what they did, is they actually did do like a blue face thing, kind of similar to how they do the Twi'lek.
Okay, because the eyes definitely look
or whatever.
fake, but in a good way. Like I think it's cool look. I just think like I can't see him wearing like full eye contacts like that. That looks painful.
See, and
just
that's
for the
thing,
color
it's
and
like
stuff.
At least in the, I'm trying to remember from the books, because the Timothy Zahn trilogy, like the Heir to the Empire trilogy they did, I can't remember if they reference this in it or not, but in the cartoon, his eyes are like glowing.
Oh shit! Okay.
So I do like the effect they did for his eyes.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they referenced Dathomir and the Night Sisters
Okay.
in this.
See, I thought that was all kind of like just trying to copy like sorcery shit and stuff.
Okay, so another thing I had no idea about beforehand, but the video game Jedi Fallen Order, they go to Dathomir in that. That's the the planet where Darth Maul comes from.
Okay, cool.
So like one of the species on Dathomir is like the guys with the horns and shit.
Yep. Sure thing.
That's also where I got introduced to the Night Sisters.
Okay, so I didn't know they really had a history. I thought they were
So like they're
kind of made up.
in the Star Wars universe, like their form of magic is like another side to the dark side,
Okay.
or it connects to the dark
Yep.
dark side somehow. So I'm glad that they're like introducing that. They're going outside of
Yeah.
what we've seen 100,000 fucking times in Star Wars. So
Lightsabers.
yeah,
Lightsabers.
it's
Falcon.
you got
Lightsabers.
You got an entire fucking galaxy. You don't need
Yeah.
to go to Tatooine every 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, and it referred to in the original Star Wars film. It's a shithole planet. No one comes to it, but yet all these shows, everyone's there.
Yeah, but yet it's like,
like-
who's who.
I'm the least educated on Star Wars. Star Wars is a fine franchise. I just don't know enough about it.
Yeah.
I've seen actually the prequels and the original,
Yeah.
but like it's just currently I don't know what timeline they're in. They're saying like
Yeah.
That's a kind of a problem. Yeah.
they're saying this
Sound
happened
like Mario there. That's
this
the
happened
kind of
before
problem.
that. This happened before the rebel. This happened before the rebels.
So they're
This
going for
happened
it.
after. This happened somewhere in between.
Yeah.
This is. I'm like.
So Mandalorian takes place after Return of the Jedi, right? I think, right?
It's
yeah.
all these. Well,
They all take place.
Andor.
Oh yeah, Andor's
So-
before everything, right?
So
Yeah.
Mandalorian, Boba Fett, and Ahsoka all take place between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
What they are doing with this is apparently Dave Filoni is working on a movie,
That's what I heard. Yeah.
which is going to adapt the Heir to the Empire
Okay.
series. How
Yeah.
much of that they do, because there's a lot of it they can't do now. But they're adapting that into a movie, and that's going to be kind of like his Avengers.
Are you saying they
in a
can't do
way.
that because of actors that may not be
Well,
around?
yeah, I mean, the Heir to the Empire takes place after Return of the Jedi, and it heavily involves Luke, Leia, and Han.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Okay, so that's.
So
But is that before Ray?
Yeah.
yeah, that's all before we're like
Okay,
But the issue is they can't.
they could digitally enhance somebody. Now.
Well,
they could do that.
They have, but
did
yeah,
Mandalorian,
they
but,
just need
like-
a fucking recast.
You know who?
I
No,
don't
but
know.
they know they said who looks just like
I know
Luke
you're talking about
Skywalker?
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
I know, and
He does,
people
when
are
they showed us
screaming
earlier.
to the heavens like he should be Luke.
Just
He's your new Luke.
Morons.
just recast characters. Who gives a
I'm
shit?
cool. I'm fine with it. I think Hamill's retired. He's like, I'm done playing this character.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I think
He did not agree with Last Jedi, and he did help out with Mando, but I think he said he's actually done. Yeah,
well, and that's the thing is that there's some of that where it works
yeah,
for like brief little snippets.
yep.
But like for an entire movie
Yeah.
or series, I don't think. Like Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah,
What? Shit. Was it? Rogue? Was he in?
Yep.
Rogue One quite a bit.
CG'd very much. Yeah,
Very, very heavily CGI'd.
yes. It was working until he turned around. I'm like, fuck, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
There's a reflection in the window as he's talking because this actor passed away like 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
yeah.
So they brought him back because God forbid they recast and just, it's going to look different. Okay. He's a different actor. But I feel like, I think they trapped themselves. It's like, you can't do that. You got to just you got to recast if you're going to do these characters. You have to.
I think they should do writers almost like they do jury duty.
They should do what?
Like do writers at a review. Nah, let's get rid of number 6.
Oh, I see.
Number
Like, here's
12.
our idea, like a pitch, right?
Yeah, because I'm like,
This is what we're bringing to the table.
I want to see your writers kind of like interview for it. Like, okay, well, I believe in everyone should be a snowflake and yeah. Next,
That's the next trilogy. No. Yeah.
Everyone
I want lasers. I want people exploding. I want to keep the story connected.
You mean your kind isn't
I want him.
You do the nerd voice better than I can do, but it's like, I want to see nudity.
I want to see Princess Leia take off your slave outfit.
Yes, yes.
And the true lightsaber to show itself.
It'd be great.
Excuse me, you can't do that with your lightsabers, okay?
How they're made.
I will say, like Ahsoka, I think, and Obi-Wan, they're ruining the power of the lightsaber. People are getting stabbed with these now, and they just like walk away like, yeah, I put a Band-Aid on it, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like someone actually broke it down like
Ahsoka, somebody got stabbed. The chick got stabbed through the heart, and she's all right. I'm like, isn't that a fire sword?
Yeah, because someone broke it down
a
like
laser sword,
with
right?
science, like your organs would boil. Like it's so fucking hot.
So the whole thing about it is that
Force power, baby.
with a lightsaber, with the exception of Episode 4, because there is blood in it when Obi-Wan uses it.
Yeah.
But the whole concept with it was that somebody gets their limb cut off.
Yeah.
It's not gushing blood everywhere because it automatically cauterizes.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah.
fucking what's his name? Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Same exact
Yep.
wound as
Han too. Han Solo.
Han Solo gets the same exact wound
Yep.
as this chick does. And apparently because, plot armor,
Yeah.
That's what I was
rush
literally
her
about
to
to
the
say.
fucking medic and she's fine.
She got her own storage spot now for her
gotta do
charger.
that.
You can,
And the famous words of Drago: "If he dies, he dies." From Rocky.
But yeah, that's the
dies,
weak
he
stuff
dies.
for sure. Like especially the
People die.
girl from Obi-Wan. She got stabbed twice as a kid and as an adult, and she lived. And it's like, guys, you can't show Mace Windu going through metal. Like what was it? Like 3 layers of metal for that door he was trying to get through in Phantom Menace.
Qui-Gon, yeah.
Qui-Gon, I'm sorry, not Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Well, and I think it's interesting how they
Juan's
keep
like,
coming
you
up-
stupid nerds.
No, I'm a nerd. I'm with it. I just don't know enough about, Star Wars. It's
Oh
like,
no, I get it. But you, I think you know the popular,
Mace Windu.
iconic.
Mace
Know
Windu kind
Darth
of what
Vader.
he's the guy that uses both sides of the Force, correct?
No, he's Samuel Jackson's character, right?
Right. That's why he has the purple
yeah.
lightsaber.
Oh yeah, maybe
So, but
there's something to that.
He has
yeah.
a balance.
He uses aspects.
See, you know
of the
more
dark
about it than I
side.
do.
I know enough.
Yeah.
I'm saying but if someone was like, I'm a Star Wars fan,
Yeah.
I'm like, I know enough.
Yeah.
I'm more of a comic book guy.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Can you really call yourself a Star Wars fan?
I love that voice.
that should be the intro.
I can't do that
Really
voice.
call yourself a Star Wars fan? If
have
you
so much
can't
fun with
name
that.
Every model of every lightsaber.
He tells me in
Interview this guy.
4 minutes and 55 seconds in.
Make shit up.
Telling me, I'm sorry, but the
Anakin Skywalker states, and I quote,
excuse me, that's not the right ignition sound for the Inquisitor's lightsaber.
boom.
It's like, are we good to move on? Like, I have some
and-
notes.
Let me say this ahead of time. If that voice is you, don't take it personal. We're just,
Oh no, take it personal and move out of your fucking parents' basement.
he actually has better advice than I do, and I agree.
Fuck off of Twitter.
I mean, X.
Oh yeah, sorry. Get off of X. Stop sending your X. What are they called? Zeets now?
I don't know. I don't
Tweets.
care.
Twats.
It's still Twitter to me.
Yeah,
tweet
twats.
Pretty much.
Tweet twats.
There are a bunch of twats on that.
And twat tweets.
I just joined Xavier.
You've been X'd.
You know what's crazy though? There is a guy
Extreme.
that talks like that. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a guy who talks like that because I've met you. I've known
Excuse
you.
me, I can't do it.
Actually,
Actually,
It sounds like also sounds like the dude from Paul Rubin, Mystery Men.
oh yeah.
The guy who could fart
Spleen.
really bad or something. Yeah.
oh yeah. I mean, that's like
I heard you're recruiting superheroes.
I heard you're recruiting
what was that
superheroes.
show? Robot Chicken, where they had the nerd character. Because one of my favorite ones is like this girl sits on his lap. He's like, "Ow, you're bending it." I was like, I was like, yes. He
That's
sits.
where I got your special unicorn mayonnaise.
Yes. Ow, you're bending. it.
Dear ass feces.
Oh man. So overall, I'm sorry. I think I interrupted you with your Ahsoka thoughts
no,
originally.
you're fine. I love the character of Ahsoka. I like what she does.
Yeah, I do too. I've seen the Rebels fight with her and Darth Vader / Anakin. I think that's so powerful.
Well,
like,
she's Anakin's student, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Never in film. Like this was all off.
All in
animation?
the Clone Wars.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I wish they would have been able to, but I don't think Lucas. Yeah.
Which I didn't
Filoni developed her, not Lucas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Filoni knocked it out of the park with this one. I really hope that
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy kind of says, "Okay, now you do it."
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
she won't because money.
Yeah.
Kathleen's like, this is power.
Ego.
You want a portion of this? No. Mine.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
No. Mine.
I can't do that, Dave.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's it's going in the right direction.
Yeah.
They did leave it open for, like I said, they're building up to a movie with this, but
Right.
they did leave it open for another season.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have to give a shout out to my coworker Lou, because we talk about this like every Wednesday.
What up, Lou?
What's up, Lou?
I don't know you, but
He is starting to listen to the podcast.
Oh, sweet.
So on Spotify. So
Nice.
if you're listening to this episode during work hours, get back to work.
chop chop.
Just kidding. Keep listening.
I don't know.
But no, I mean
Listen while you work.
it's been I've never been more excited to discuss the
Yeah.
episode. They go to a lot of different places with this. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Very cool. If you
Yeah.
haven't watched it, fucking watch it. What are you doing?
I enjoyed it. I kind of picked it apart. I think it's got a lot of pacing issues for me, and also with the fighting, I felt like they could speed it up a little bit. Because you got older people doing these fights, and
Yeah.
obviously it shows.
Yeah, I heard
but
that-
Ray Stevenson really sold it though when he was using his shit. Like you fucking feared him, and I loved his armor. And
I do like the fights that Ahsoka is a part of, though.
yeah,
Like the fight with the Night Sister at the end
oh yeah,
was really cool. Like the rematch.
oh
the
sure, yeah,
Mandalorian that they
yeah,
had.
right.
When she's first, like in the first episode, where she kind of controls her lightsabers to cut a hole underneath her.
Yeah, and drops
like,
down.
falls
Yeah,
down. That was kinda
right.
cool.
Yeah, her ship's cool. I like David.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead's in this, which I love those yellow pants on her. Holy fuck!
Oh yeah, everyone's making those ass comments.
We were talking about
You'd have to see the character.
Scott Pilgrim.
Looks like I'll be
She's
watching
Ramona.
Ahsoka tonight.
Yeah.
She's
You know
Ramona
what's-
from Scott Pilgrim.
You know what's funny is I saw.
Oh, she's the one in the green with
Yeah,
I know that looks. She looked
I saw
familiar.
the.
yeah,
I saw this.
Was that ass?
of the minifigure.
She's a
for Hera Syndulla.
yeah.
And they've got 2 extra of little
Yes,
that
I
go on
saw
the
that. Yeah,
backside of
yeah,
her butt.
yeah.
Ramona. That's who it is.
And she's married to Obi-Wan in real life, so they have a family connection with Star Wars.
Ooh.
Ewan McGregor, yeah. It
That's her.
it was his mistress, and they got married. Yeah, she kind of helped break up a long marriage. So
Yeah.
boo. But
Way to go, Ramona.
Yeah, but with
Ramona. Well, that's all Ramona does.
yeah, right.
He had to fight 7 deadly
Man,
exes. I always wonder how the twins worked.
She had to fight 4 decades of love.
Oh, fuck yes.
You dated twins?
You had a sexy phase?
Yeah,
Oh, my
I think
God.
Rosario Dawson's great in the part. Like she
She
looks
actually looks
great.
like a character.
Yeah, and there's up close when when they're fighting with the lightsabers. Obviously, I love the light in her eye, that detail. It brings out more detail of her makeup effects, and whether or not it's touched up with computer or not.
Yeah.
I like the cast. I do. I just feel like I don't know. I felt like the writing was kind of weak in my opinion, but what do I know? So.
I'm the last
Like
guy
it just felt like
talking
some of it
about
was, but I didn't have knowledge of other things, so I don't know. Just
Yeah.
from my point of view, I didn't hate it. I tuned in every week, so and Thrawn, yeah. I mean,
At first, he really threw me off, and
Yeah.
I've heard there's a lot of people that kind of made this comparison, but I even put it on my
yeah,
Facebook thing, but looked like a Blue Man Group Elon Musk at first, and then
he had a gut too. But now they're like, well, since he was away, he stocked up on some food and
but yeah, I mean
They
that's,
said he was supposed to be like the Thanos for Star Trek. Star Wars. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Got the nerd voice coming out.
Hey. No.
Excuse me. But in a star fight between the Millennium Falcon and the USS Enterprise,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spit out my drink.
use the Force, Luke. Said Captain Gandalf
Star
of the
Wars.
USS
Live long
Battlestar
and prosper,
Galactica.
Luke.
But yeah, they said he was supposed to be like the Thanos of Star
No.
Wars, and I was like,
He's like a
strategy.
he's like a military tactician kind of
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
He's not meant to be like the next Palpatine. Thank fucking God.
Well, and I don't mean to give it away, but I was talking about pacing when they're on this planet. There's this big threat, and he kind of goes back and forth, like, we won't bother with them, and then all of a sudden, like, shit, we need to bother with them. It's like we need a little bit more time. But when they were going to this other world, I heard rumors how some show was going to set up the first order, that they were the new empire in
Yeah.
and I thought maybe that's how the new empire came to be. They came from that world he built.
Well, and
Maybe they're going there. I hope so. They got to explain it, right? Because we know nothing about it, how it became
and
a thing.
Filoni has said too. He's like very particular about like connecting the thread to
Yeah.
the new trilogy,
Right.
Like how this is all going to work.
Yeah.
But he's like not going to be as like meticulous. Like, oh,
Right.
Rey actually knew Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And they had a child together, and that child grew up to be
Right.
C-3PO
Right.
or whatever the fuck George Lucas liked to do. Yeah. But anyway,
Gotcha. Yeah.
definitely check it out. I highly recommend.
Yeah. No, I recommend it too. All right. So yeah, Loki premiered the new season.
has the episode already dropped?
Yes. Disney Plus.
Yeah, I have to check that out.
Yeah.
I have
yeah.
not checked that out yet. I have watched Loki season 1 though.
You were a fan? You like it?
I like Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I want Loki to be the star though. The female Loki became the star.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he had a lot to do in this episode. Probably the most he did since the last season's first episode, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of intrigued to see where they go with this, especially
Yeah.
with Kang or
Yeah.
Bring him back, you think?
The actor, so far, I think
Well, no,
so.
I'm saying just Kang in general, let alone
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, so far they are honoring it. Like he's got statues around, and
Okay.
so they're gonna stick with it. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying the character itself.
Yeah,
I know Jonathan
He's not
Majors.
gonna be Thanos level ever, though. I don't think, and I don't think he was in the comics. I don't know.
He
I don't
wasn't-
feel a
he
threat,
wasn't that
really,
guy.
a big threat from him. I don't know.
He was a nuisance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Doom is kind of more of a
I
bigger
was gonna
threat.
say I think like Doom would be a bigger
Yeah.
threat than
Yeah.
Right.
He's a more of a worldly threat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah. It's a lot to take in. Like the first season of Loki, I did enjoy. But yeah, I just felt like it didn't stick to the landing, but also you have to give it, it's a season finale or season finale. So they're going to probably explain more, but it was just such a mind blow to like, there's all these worlds and timelines and blah, blah, blah. And I was kind of like, when the TVA was the TVA, we thought we knew the world, right? And then when that unravels, it's like, oh my gosh, like there's so much to take in.
I'm kind of to the point with the MCU though. I'm like, where the fuck is this going?
Right. Yeah. And I feel like we got a lot of mystery in this episode, but the payoff I don't think we're going to get.
And these are the kind of things that I've like been looking for. Like Moon Knight, was looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Loki season 2, I've been looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Like the other stuff I kind of considered like the Secret Invasion,
Yeah.
Ms. Marvel. Like it's all just a bunch of filler crap that I don't care about. Like
Right.
let's
Yeah.
move past that. Let's get to where we're actually
I
Right.
think they need to just
Supposed to be
reboot
ending up
it.
to it.
I think they need to reboot it all. Like, like they could do a lot more now that they have the Fox rights. There's characters they can bring in.
It's a new, new era's coming. Basically.
The way I would do something like that is maybe make it where Professor X kind of wiped everybody's memories, kind of similar to Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Because you have other characters that they can present, like the Sentry.
There's so many things they could
Like
do.
Sentry, Blue Marvel.
Yeah.
Like there's characters out there that they could have that deal. Galactus.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's so much there where they should have been A little bit. Some of those characters I understand rights were a part of.
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
but,
for sure.
you know, like you can do the Fantastic Four,
Yeah,
but we got to do it right.
yeah,
Yeah.
because this is like the third attempt, basically.
What I'm thinking is put them
Fourth attempt, maybe.
back in the 60s. And so that, like, I'm saying, like, this whole memory loss thing,
Yeah.
you could play off of Spider-Man and say, oh, it affected a lot of things.
Right.
The spell didn't go the way we thought. Something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like, because we're saying Doctor Strange is still somewhat new,
Yeah.
you know, at like, being a wizard.
Right. True.
Sorcerer.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yep.
So, I don't know.
So-
I'm just saying, like, they could do a lot of different things. I want to see this Loki episode.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about.
Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tune in.
I
and-
like Loki. I don't
Yeah.
have a problem with Loki.
I just don't think the payoff is gonna be that great, but we'll see.
I don't know.
What's up?
I don't know if, how like it's going to tie into the bigger picture of the MCU, but I think it's going to affect quite a few things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
I like Loki anyway.
I don't want nothing to fail. I just, I think, I'm just really,
I just want to, when we get to whatever the point is that
Yes.
like all of this pays off,
Yes.
I want it to be worth it.
right. Exactly.
I just think that the writers
Not just like, oh, we're just fooling around.
You're like,
I think the writers are more
Pull my
focused
finger.
on agendas. And I think that's what's holding.
You're
it back.
right. And there's nothing wrong with agendas, but you got to present it in a way that's not
I
so.
don't think it's necessary. Like we make.
I think you
movies
can do
with-
it without saying, now class, we're going to teach you today this. Like,
Yes.
just tell a story
This is sexism.
and incorporate
this
it.
is racism. This is
Right.
This is hate. We know.
It's just like Star
We're big
Trek.
kids.
Star
We
Trek
can
did
figure it
that.
out.
It was all about our current times, and it was told through a different filter, and
Yeah.
it was up to you to get it or not get it.
Yeah.
You know, think about it. But yeah,
That we understand, and so like, I think they turn me off. What turned me off was actually Captain America.
the first one.
No, the series.
Oh yeah.
Because they're doing like a whole scene with Anthony Mackie's
Yes.
Captain America where they're having a fight and then the cops come and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not necessary, guys.
Oh, they're like bringing to like
yeah, they're saying
realism.
like, okay, yeah, I'm like, everyone knows he's the Falcon, okay?
Yeah.
It's not a guess.
Yeah.
You're like,
Right.
And so, I mean, sure, you're an Avenger, you're pretty much a rock star for the planet
Right.
in their universe. Right?
Well, and you lose that escapism, right? Because
Yeah.
not everyone wants to be reminded of harsh realities we face.
If I want to be reminded of what things are going on in my
Yeah.
world today, all I have to do is turn on
Yeah.
CNN.
Right.
This is fiction,
right,
so
right.
make it fictional.
Right.
Like, I want to see the absurd within reason.
Like maybe a one-off approach that shit
Yeah.
if you really want to get into that.
And
But
you
like
don't
this
even-
is supposed to be kind of fun. Keep
could
it
have been
fun.
subtle. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm saying like that was a buddy cop show, by the way.
Yeah.
And so that was
I liked a lot of aspects about that show, but I think I would have liked it.
Verrazino was my guy. He was fun.
I liked the mask.
The
I
little
think that
dance
was
scene,
cool.
with the little dance scene
Yeah.
and stuff. I liked it.
That's a good actor. Yeah.
It's like Verrazino was dope.
Yeah. And I think the original plot line would have been cool, but fucking COVID ruined it because it was about a virus, I believe, and they had to like totally switch things around, and
change it
so
up.
that's what made it kind of lack. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the thing about it is, I watched that series and I was like disappointed very much, and I think it turned me off
Yeah.
because think about the storyline. It's people who don't want to give people stuff back because after the blip,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they don't want to give them stuff back.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you your home back. I don't want to give you your money back.
Yeah.
I'm here. It's my stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's what. And so what they do is they're killing people.
Yeah.
And then Captain America is going to come out and defend these people
Yeah.
at the end. Of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but really, no. Those are criminals to
Right.
a T. They stole people's stuff.
Right.
They took people's stuff. Now, obviously, you could say, well, we couldn't predict the blip would
Yeah.
flip back. But let's just say, okay, I know I've been living in your house.
Yeah.
You can have it back. I guess I got to find another way.
Yeah. I mean, it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really that's really the storyline
Well,
of the Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
and that's the whole thing too. Is like Spider-Man,
Yeah.
not
The last one.
the last
Far
one,
From
the
Home?
second one. Far From Home.
Was it No Way Home?
Far From Home.
Far From Home. That's the one where they go to Europe.
Oh, okay.
So
Mysterio.
What they do
okay,
is
yeah.
at the beginning of the school year, you're like, we're going to pretend like the last 5 years never happened. So people who are 21 are still,
Yeah.
like a junior or whatever
Yeah.
in high school.
Right.
The fucking world just accept that as like the normal
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like, okay,
It was a
So, I
ballsy
gotta go
concept,
find
but the follow through was kind of lackluster. Like you didn't really
Well-
think this out, or
I didn't really think this out could be the
yeah.
frickin' tagline for Phase 4.
Right. True. Yeah.
So-
yeah.
I think the best way they did the blip was actually with Monica Rambeau, where she was sitting, where the last place she was in the hospital, and they show people coming back
Yeah.
into existence.
Yeah.
That, like the chaos that would have caused and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because think about that, bro. Like, if everybody got blipped, they could have dived into it. It would have been serious-ish. But think about, okay, did I have 2 pilots flying a plane?
Yeah. Exactly.
When it happened?
Yeah. They'd all reappear in the sky and drop to their deaths.
Where do you end up if you were
Yeah.
in the sky
Yeah.
and you reappeared?
Basically, Banner, when he snapped, had to think of all the stuff he wanted to wish back and have, like, people who come back, make sure they are brought back safely. That you'd have to go into all kinds of detail. You couldn't just say, bring everyone back. Because if you did, like,
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the band members get tackled
If you were on
by
a boat,
the...
like if you were on a boat,
yeah.
and you get blipped back, you
Oh,
get shot back to
Jesus,
where you were.
shark-infested waters.
You're just,
Yeah.
I just landed in water.
Right.
So, is it a good thing?
Some parody did something pretty fucking funny. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
but
it was like Smosh or something did it, or
I-
College Humor or somebody.
yeah, this lady and her husband are on the couch watching TV, and everything's great, and all of a sudden she's like pregnant, and
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Like the twins, she's like, I think I'm ready to try again.
Yep.
And their twins come back.
right.
He's like,
They come back from the
no,
snap.
my wife is dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, having 2 full-grown babies just appear inside her.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Which is like a hard truth, but Marvel sugarcoated like everyone came back fine, but it's like, okay, look at the band members in
Supposedly
Spider-Man 2. They get tackled by the basketball players as they're
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
they
just saying
disappear on
chaos
the
of blip
court.
alone. They could
Yeah.
have did a whole bunch of stuff, or just the blip alone.
Or the
Like,
people in the helicopter that,
Yeah.
that ran into the building Fury saw before he went away.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there's like 5 people like just drops.
Fury didn't get snapped out. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
he did.
He goes, oh mother. Yeah.
But is that Nick Fury, or is that the Skrull?
Oh jeez, I don't know.
See, that's where it gets confusing.
Well, that was
Did
more
Nick
Nick Fury
Fury
than
get-
what we got.
Or was that the Skrull that got blipped?
Well, I would prefer fucking Secret Invasion Nick Fury as a Skrull. 'Cause, dude, that show's depressing.
I will
I
not
prefer
watch
the
it.
writers of that movie being trolls and them all just getting.
Let's blip those
skipped
guys. Blip.
out. Exactly.
Well, do you have any recommendations or reviews before we go?
Recommendations as for I would have to go classic. I don't have anything new.
You could even you could do movies we've talked about on the show.
Well,
RoboCop.
RoboCop 1 and 2, of course. Absolutely. That
And 3.
1 and 2.
Josh,
1 and 2. There's no 3. Josh is making that up.
no 3. Josh is making that up.
This rocket
Don't
thing
look it
that he
up.
speaks of.
Trust us.
That movie is called The Rocketeer. there is no RoboCop 3. If you see anything that states RoboCop 3, it's not real. It's
Nope.
Mandela effect.
called The Rocket. Exactly.
Exactly. It's like the movie Shazam with
With Sinbad.
Sinbad.
But he never did that movie.
Does it exist?
He was going to be
does it
in
not?
Shazam 2, but then he had a stroke because that was like the joke of he was in Shazam,
It was Shaq, wasn't it? They claimed.
Shaq was in
Shaq
Kazam.
was in Kazam.
Yeah,
Shazam or Kazam?
Kazam.
He was in Kazam.
But they're
People
saying
thought
that- but they-
Sinbad was in a movie
Sinbad
called
was supposed to be
Shazam,
in
right?
Shazam.
Yeah.
So I have a belief that we're from a different dimension, but we'll talk about that later. But that being
Hey,
said,
pass, man.
Is it-
Pass.
Berenstein.
you ready? You ready?
Berenstein
Oh, we talked about this last time at TSU.
Yeah, because no.
Yeah.
We're gonna do
No, I
Ed
get you.
McMahon. It's always Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
Will always be Ed McMahon. For me.
Publishers Clearinghouse.
No, he's never had an affiliation with that.
I remember the commercials. Him and Dick Clark.
I know, but he has
jerking
no
each other
affiliation
off.
with
Yeah. Okay.
Hence our dimension, Josh.
So are you saying there was a RoboCop 3 that was good?
In another dimension, we called it Rocketeer.
Rocket.
Yes.
So RoboCop 3 is actually the movie called Rocketeer.
Neil deGrasse
Watch that.
Tyson,
If you like that movie, go
so
for
we
it.
can debunk some of this. That'd be great.
Yes.
Oh man, bring him on. Sure, that'd be fun. Jesus, that'd be awesome. I love watching
He
him.
can make us all feel stupid for
Yes.
being as smart as he is.
Right. Well, Juan, thank you for being on the show. You will return, I'm sure. And then obviously TSU, you
Yes.
are super
Yes.
unknown. Me
Come
and
and check
Dave
us
and you
out.
usually do it. But yeah, we'll have Bill on today, so later on.
Yes.
So after you get done with this episode, you know what to click into.
Yes, for sure, for
Check
sure.
us out.
But
You know,
yeah, hey,
Bill's gonna be there. Cousin Bill.
cousin Bill.
All the shows are all cousins. We're all family.
Yep, under all one network,
One under
one beautiful
same
happy
umbrella.
family.
Cousin Bill's gonna be with us today.
Yes, yes. But yeah, thank you for coming
you
on.
for having me.
This was fun. This was a lot of fun, and yeah, we will be back. Oh, any plugs before we go? Any plugs? One.
YouTube.com at Billy Creston. Check it out.
Chronicles of the Wicked is still coming. My graphic novel. It is written. I'm just working on the artwork. So it's coming soon.
Nice.
All right. I don't really have any location for you yet, but I'll get that to Josh.
But maybe I'll throw some links to your music videos out there.
Ooh, music.
Yeah.
Godfather's music.
Speaking of music, check out Rave X.
Oh yes, of course. It's beautiful.
Is
Yeah,
that really
the,
rave music?
their theme song.
Yeah, Raven Xavier. He did the theme song for
Oh, nice.
Field of Geeks.
Yep.
He is a tremendous artist.
Yep.
Nice.
Also check out Choose Your Power, the pretty damn
Yeah.
good band as well.
Yep.
And Raven Xavier also has a podcast out there.
Yeah. It's very
Rave
good.
X podcast. It's very
Check
awesome.
it out.
You would love it, Juan. You would love it.
I'm gonna check it out.
We're gonna have him on one of these days. I just have to figure out
That's-
the whole.
I support
feed
everybody
issue.
under our umbrella
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
within the
Going
fam.
to have our sponsors fly him out here and get him an exclusive guitar. And you know,
I was worried about our sponsorship for a second. I was like, we
Yes.
have 3 different energy drinks going on right here.
Yonkers and Blockbuster are our sponsors, and Doll's Grocery Store.
But if
By Rain
any one of you
They
guys
don't exist
pick
anymore.
your poison, if any one of you guys, and I think he's got rain.
Yep.
So if any one of you guys want to kind of
Strawberry
like
Sublime. Shout
take
out.
us on, feel free.
Send me a case. Yeah.
We'll drop the other 2 cans.
except for Prime Energy, you can fuck off because Logan Paul can suck my balls.
Knockout.
Pay back your fans, you scammed asshole.
It's a new flavor. Field of Geeks, fieldofgeeks.com. Wherever you podcast or stream, we're there. YouTube. Yeah. Keep it coming, guys. And we will be back. I'm Josh.
I'm Bill.
And I'm Juan.
Take care.
Peace.
Later.